There is nothing quite like the pageantry of homecoming on a football night in America, and we're in one of the best spots to be, Riverview Stadium in Mount Carmel, Illinois. It's homecoming 2024, the Mount Carmel Golden Aces versus the Newton Eagles. Hello again, everybody. Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. Kyle Peach, here is really nothing like homecoming. All the work that's being done by students in the various groups and the floats and the parades and the dances and everything else. But wait a minute, there's a football game to be played.
Yeah, by the way, football. And that's why we're here at the Snake Pit tonight. It's always fun, the pageantry, the special days, the folks coming back to the alma mater of Mount Carmel High School. Nothing quite like it. We'll have the homecoming coronation at halftime. There's extra tailgaters across the way here. A lot of folks checking out the new Legends Fieldhouse for the first time. A special night here at the Snake Pit, and the second game in conference play for the Golden Aces.
Last week, the Aces throttled the Robinson Maroons 44-13 on opening night play of the LIC part of the schedule, and it was an impressive win by Mount Carmel considering the youth of this squad and the special challenges that presented for a very young defensive squad with just those three seniors we talked about a minute ago in the starting lineups. The fact is, against a team that likes to throw the ball, the Aces passed with flying colors, 2 picks, generated 4 turnovers on the night. So tonight, a different challenge against a team that likes to throw, but they like to run that much more.
Yeah, they're pretty balanced in terms of plays. 100 rushes for 367 yards, 56 pass attempts, 19 completions for 324 yards. So the yardage nearly similar. 6 total pass interceptions, though, thrown by the Newton offense. They do have fumbled several times as well. So 6 fumbles, 6 INTs. They've liked to give the ball away in the first 3 weeks, something the Mount Carmel Aces are going to have to try to exploit here tonight against these Eagles. Also, a couple things of note. The Eagles converting just 25% of third downs this year, 9 of 35. They're 3 of 6 on fourth down, so slightly better. But they struggle moving the football, having put up a total of 10 points the last 2 weeks.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We're getting closer to the kickoff. It's the homecoming game for 2024. It's Mount Carmel. It's Newton. Little Atlantic Conference football is next here at the Snake Pit. Come back in 2 minutes.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day of surgery went like planned, registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Cut flowers or fence posts or something like that. Call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Your new vehicle is at Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel. Get a new 2024 Dodge Hornet for only $25,999 and the 2024 Ram HD, now up to $11,000 off MSRP at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. New 2024 Ford Super Duty with 3.9% APR and $4,000 to $6,000 off MSRP. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Back here at the Snake Pit, we are set for homecoming. The Marching Aces and the Singing Seven have performed the national anthem. Now the band getting in place for the run-through by the Aces as soon as they make that walk a long walk down the stadium steps here at Riverview Stadium. Well, we've had the flip of the coin toss tonight, brought to you by the Sawyer Law Office of Mount Carmel, and Mount Carmel will be on offense first.
That's right. The coin toss goes the way of the Newton Eagles, who deferred for the second half. So Mount Carmel will take the ball first. You know, I think it's always interesting that you have to ask that question, but I guess you could want to start on defense both halves. I guess that's possible. But nonetheless, Mount Carmel will get the ball first here on homecoming night. And the flip of the coin, as Scott told you, is brought to you by the Sawyer Law Firm. Thanks to the Sawyers for sponsoring this. Longtime Mount Carmel Golden Aces supporters as well as alumni. Trevor and Steve, thank you very much.
Let's design a winning game plan, shall we? Brought to you by ADG Architecture and Design Group at 512 Market Street. The next time you need design work done, contact ADG, a longtime Golden Aces football supporter. Well, I guess for starters, I think it could be a big night for the defensive secondary again. You know, funny thing is we talk about how young this team is, but the fact is 2 of our 3 seniors are back there playing safety. Tobias Fulop, of course, is one of them back there, and I think, did he have a couple of picks last week? I'm trying to look at the stats.
We had a couple of picks. He had one, and the freshman River Dasher had a pick as well.
Oh, that's right, River Dasher. Yeah, you're right. But Tobias Fulop is back there on defense, and so is Andrew Militoni. So I was so impressed with the defense last week, the way they grew as a team. I mean, this defensive squad, like the offense, just kind of 3 weeks together and so very young. And last week, now get a chance to turn it up a notch against another kid who likes to throw the ball. Boy, the more times you get to see these quarterbacks that like to throw and the more we succeed against them, that's going to pay dividends in the postseason.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think the Aces defense is poised for a big night here tonight collectively. This is a team that has the propensity to turn the ball over, as we mentioned. So hopefully the Aces can do that. But as part of the winning game plan, I think you got to get out of the gate well. If you're Mount Carmel, you got to score on this opening drive, set the tone for the night if you're the Aces.
And I think on Aces too, on offense, you know, again, we don't have a margin of error built in yet. We've got such a young team that's predicated almost 100% on the run. We've thrown very few passes this year, so the one thing that we're working on now in week 4, and I'm sure the coaches are, they're building their offense, they're installing new plays, is we really don't have a very efficient passing attack yet. But again, it's another part of this very young offense and everything else. It looks like the front line's coming along. We're moving the football. We're doing things right. Week 2, we made some mistakes. Last week, we cleaned them up. We're going to have to be flawless on offense probably the whole year. But we've got to continue to bring along that passing game, because come week 10, if not sooner, somebody's going to stop your plan A. What do you do then? We don't have a plan B right now, so we've got to work on that. So that's going to be a goal for tonight as well as just control the football.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, Scott, when you bring up the youth of this team. Aces defensive coordinator Kyle Buss earlier tonight was talking to Bob Bowser, the PA announcer. Bob, a former football coach, and Bob said, hey, you need to make sure your guys know that when they come down the stadium steps and they go through the run-through that the cheerleaders hold at the end of the stadium, that all the players are off the stadium before the first guys run through, because there were still some guys at the back of the pack that were still on the stadium hillside before they ran through. Kyle Buss had the perfect response. He said, Bob, we're so young. We've got so many things we need to keep practicing. The run-through is on the low end of the totem pole, but that's what you deal with when you're dealing with a young team. And look at them, they've learned. They're waiting. The last guys are sprinting into the huddle, and Mount Carmel's about to take the field.
See, they've even picked that up, right?
Right.
And we're just in home game number 2 with this young squad. So that's how to design a winning game plan, brought to you by ADG Architecture and Design Group at 512 Market Street. The next time you need design work done, contact ADG, a longtime Golden Aces football supporter. And interesting, though, you talk about starts for a team. You know, here we are talking about the postseason like we own the joint, which historically we have, but this is an extremely young team, as we mentioned. And yes, we are 1-2 on the year. Newton is 0-3. We are 1-2. And you brought up a very interesting stat. In 9 previous years where the Aces have started 0-2, they've finished above the 500 mark just twice.
Yeah, only twice.
In 1991 and 1994. So how about that? We need to set some history up and continue that. The first time since '94, and come back and finish strong and get in the playoffs. Then we talked about this before too, and maybe in the pregame show as well. I think probably we've got to go 6-3. And anybody from the LIC, if they're going to get in the playoffs, probably has to finish 6-3. 5-4 may not make it because the whole league collectively spent the first 2 weeks, the entire league, in non-conference play, and they won only 5 of 16 games.
Yeah, that hurts your playoff chances. If you're one of those teams that got wins, obviously that's a feather to your cap. But if you're not, you're not getting playoff points from your teammates there.
And pity the schools that didn't play a demanding schedule and then get only help from 5 playoff points from your schedule. So, luckily Mount Carmel's going to have Gibson Southern, and Effingham should pile up some wins, so that'll help us. But we're only going to get 5 from our LIC brethren in the non-conference season.
And they're not getting any from us either, from that stretch, to be fair. So there is that's kind of the rough part of that. We'll talk more about this, I'm sure, at halftime, but Big Black Diamond Conference news this week. An invite has been extended to join the league to Red Hill. So Red Hill could be going from an independent in football to the Black Diamond. If they do, they'll be replacing Vienna Goreville in football only, and it's a football only membership to Red Hill. Why was that done? Well, that was done because Vienna Goreville for the last 2 seasons has forfeited their entire year, which has cost the team any potential playoff points, but also games. Physical games haven't been played, so Red Hill could be in the Black Diamond as soon as next year for football.
And, Red Hill will be pretty competitive in that Black Diamond right out of the gate.
Yeah, you talk about Flora, Fairfield, Red Hill, Carmel, all the old NEC schools back in the Black Diamond. Let's talk about some players to watch for Flora tonight. Hayden Mulvey is their quarterback. He wears number 2, 19 of 56 passing, 324 yards, 3 touchdowns, 6 picks. He's carried the ball 10 times for 17 yards. The other principal running backs, Drake Wolf, number 4, is their workhorse, 45 carries, 252 yards and a score, and David Ferguson wears number 15. He's carried it 27 times for an even 100 yards and a touchdown. Their leading scorer, leading receiver, I should say, is Dexter Fulton, 9 catches, 124 yards. So those are some of the players to watch. Drake Wolf kind of does it all, too. He's ran 45 times. He's caught 4 passes. He's a workhorse for this Newton offense. And as we get set for the opening kickoff of the game, brought to you by Corwin Printing, discover there can make. The Hall of Fame voice of the Golden Aces will take it from here, Scott Allen.
All right, thank you very much, Kyle Peach. Mount Carmel clad in their classic throwback uniforms, the ones they wore in the 1981 state championship year. The not Vegas gold, lighter gold, I don't know what they call that shade, yellow gold,
huh?
Yellow gold pants, and of course the maroon tops with the maroon, with the gold numerals, and those famous gold helmets, which look a little different shade-wise in the pants now. And the Newton Eagles are clad in their road uniforms, the white unis top and bottom with the blue numerals and the blue helmets. Their colors are blue and orange.
I'll have to see helmets from the other side to verify, but usually they put the Aces script decal on the helmets this week, and it remains for the season. We'll see if that's done again yet or not.
Well, I do see the Aces script on there, so
okay, there you go.
There again answers that. And Mount Carmel will be 2 men deep for the Aces, and there's a little dribble kickoff, and it's fumbled by the Aces. A scramble ensues, and Newton has it. It bounced off of one of the Aces. They completely caught us unaware of that, and it bounded off our front guy at about the 50 and right into Newton's hands. So how about that? Little surprise out of the gate for the Eagles. They take over at the Mount Carmel 46.
Aces have been known to do similar things in similar situations, and Newton will now get the ball to start, essentially, both halves of play.
So the Eagles have run for 367 yards on the ground this year as a team, and they've thrown for almost that many, 324. Hayden Mulvey is 19 of 56 in the air. He opens the club up with a receiver to the left, one to the right, so they're split. Quarterback is joined by an I backfield to his right. To his left, I should say. Yep. Then he gets a trap for a loss. Nice job on defense by Downing, and that's the way the game starts with a loss of 1 for the Eagles.
My goodness. Phillips went way backwards, and Braden Mason Helping on that charge for the Aces, the tackle for loss. One play, one TFL for this Aces defense.
Second down and 11. That's the way to regroup following that little stunning start. And it is now 2nd and 11. A wing and a wide out to the right side. One receiver to the left. It's a wing just off the line. Man in motion. Handoff, ball carrier. That's the quarterback sweeping around on the sprint to the left side. And he gets outside across the 40 down near the 35-yard line. Maybe enough for the first down. On the carry, it was, I got number 24 on it.
24, and he's not even somebody who's carried the ball before. He's a freshman carrying the football.
Quincy Fulton. Looks like it's him, 6'3", 210. I give him credit for that from the look on the roster. So how about that? A little bit of surprise. And a new set of downs for the Eagles. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage is the Mount Carmel 34-yard line.
Wow, that was quite the pickup there for the Eagles. And a first down.
Now back to receivers both ways. Backs in the eye. Quarterback stands in the shotgun, though, out of that eye, and they hand it off. Ball carrier drives forward to the right side. Nice bit of running inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line.
Aces finally picking him up. There was Mason again on the stop. A 7-yard pickup, though, and a first down for the Eagles.
Cole Phillips on the carry, 6 foot 185, is senior.
Actually, more than that to give him 7. So the Eagles onside kick and marching the football, getting closer to the red zone here.
2nd and 7. They send 2 wide outs, a slot and a wide out to the left side. Backs are in the eye, but here's the quarterback to his right often. And there's a handoff, ball carrier. Phillips driving hard to the left side, getting near the marker. Not sure he's made it yet. I don't think he did. And it'll be 3rd down. The line of scrimmage will be the 27. Gain about a yard, still a good 2-yard shy.
In case we get in that situation, the Eagles, I believe, have attempted 3 field goals on the year. Henry Will is 1 for 3. The make was from 34.
Mulvey, the quarterback for this club. It's 3rd and short now for the Eagles. 1 wide out, checks out wide to the left side. A receiver splits off to the right as well. Man in mo. It's an H-back sliding to the right side. There's a handoff. The tailback, that's Phillips. He tries to push forward near the 25. Right on that marker. Let's see where they mark it.
4th down.
How about that? Just shy. First time we'd seen the H-back. That's if you listen to the Michael Brewer pregame show, he said that's what Newton likes to do, slide that H-back around. Well, they used it for the first time on that play.
Let's see. A field goal from here would be way too far, so the Eagles will go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, it would have to be about 44 yards away. He doesn't have that much of a leg, does he?
Needs 10 more yards to get within striking distance, I think. Evan Zumbalin, a senior, who has caught a couple of passes on the year, checks in.
Yeah, he seems to alternate the plays with the tight end, Dalton Enoch. So now it's 4th down and short, less than 1. Let's see what Mulvey does here. Let's see if he keeps. Backs are in the eye, and he's under center this time. Hands off. Phillips drives to the left side and gets the first down.
My.
Cole Phillips on the carry. And to around the 19-yard line.
Needed 1, got 6 or 7 on the play, and the Eagles right at the 20 into the red zone.
And they keep it right there at the 20. We're underway here in the first period. Newton on the first drive of the game, 8:30 to go. First period, no score, homecoming night. And the Eagles on the march after recovering an onside kick. And now the quarterback stays under center with the backs behind him in the eye. Receivers split. Strong side right, handoff, ball carrier slides left. He's going to get gang tackled. Tried to find his running room to the left side, did Ferguson, but he went nowhere.
Yeah, that's one of their principal backs. Cole Phillips had 10 carries coming into this game. He's got 5 already tonight. And a loss of 3 for Ferguson, the second tackle for loss by the Aces defense tonight.
He entered the game with exactly 100 yards on the ground. That was his first carry?
Yep, first one of the night.
So now he's back into double digits because he took a loss on the play.
There you go.
And it's a hefty loss on top of that. They're going to call it 2nd down and 13. Line of scrimmage outside the 20 now at around the 23. Mulvey calls the signals, back in the shotgun. And rolls, wants to throw. Fires on the run and incomplete.
They're looking for Fulton out there.
Yeah, and did it bounce off his hands? Did it make contact with him? Or?
Shane Meadow hit him right as he got to the ball. I think a great timing on Meadow's part, and incomplete pass, 3rd and long now offense.
Look up at the lights and the shadows of lights. Is that
Yes.
smoke? Is that from the tailgating all going on?
Yeah, I
or-
think it must be, or it's. And by the way,
be
there
that
are some weather delays. Casey and Robinson are in a weather delay right now. Storms to the north.
Yeah, there were some warnings issued earlier today, and that must be that storm coming through. Now, here is Mulvey
Pass.
back to throw. Rolling to the right, they're in on him. He dumps it out. It's underneath, short, and it's incomplete. Looking for the receiver over there around the 15-yard line. The throw was a little too high, incomplete. It's 4th down.
Shane Metter was diving for that ball. I thought he might have a shot at a diving interception, but nonetheless, 4th down.
So does he have enough leg from here?
Well, where are we at? That
The
would
24, so be about a 41-yard field goal.
He's made from 34 and missed twice. Not sure of the missed distances, so we're getting closer. But let's see who's coming on. It is not Henry Will, who wears number 80.
Yes, go to about the Eagles have to go to about the 10-yard line. It's 4th down and about 13 to go. So they're going for it on 4th down. Not particularly good at 3rd down conversion. I don't know about 4th.
3 of 6, and timeout taken.
So the Eagles line pulled in. The quarterback was in the shotgun. So are the running backs right crowded around him, but they called the timeout first. So it's our first timeout of the game. Brought to you by Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan. No score. We're back in 1 minute.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
Another solar panels and battery backup, the Powerwall. It does give me a feeling of security for my family. I have 2 boys. I have a wife. She's a nurse. She has to be able to get up and go to work at any point. I wear a CPAP machine, so I need that to make sure that I don't stop breathing for too long while I'm asleep.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you.
Following the timeout in the shotgun, quarterback backs, wants to throw. Now he's going to run left side. He's to the 15. He's going to get the first down before he's driven out of bounds. How about that for a 4th down conversion for the Eagles? Mulvey took off and ran.
Well, I tell you, we had that play snuffed out, and the only way that they were going to get anywhere was to take off and run. And Mulvey did at the right time and got just enough to get the first down. It's 1st and goal Eagles right at the 10 after a 13-yard gain.
Yeah, he ran out of bounds just as soon as he could. The nose of the football is inside the 10, so that's why it's 1st and goal. Let's see what the Eagles do here. Receivers are split left and right. The backs are in the eye, and the handoff, and the ball carrier tripped up. Fell down on the turf as soon as he got the sweep handoff to the right side. That was the counter back to Shackman, and he fell down. And it will be a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and goal.
And just kind of slipped out, lost his footing on the turf here at Riverview Stadium, and
Newton does not have turf, right? I don't think.
no, they do not.
Sometimes that can have an effect too. But a 4th down conversion already. What a drive it's been for Newton. They recovered the onside kick, then got a 4th down conversion, so they're making some noise here in this early draw. 2nd and 11, though, and the shotgun quarterback hands off ball carrier. Nope, or did he did hand it off. And he drives forward inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
There may be a flag. Yeah, there is a flag down.
Run by Phillips off the right side. Let's see what the penalty is. It'll be 3rd down, depending on the penalty here. And on the offense. And Newton's going to take a walk. Flag thrown at about the 11, around the 6 rather. And they're going to mark 15-yard infraction. Holy mackerel. And back to the 26-yard line the football goes. From the 11, a 15-yard walk-off. Wow, that could be a drive killer.
I was helping our video stream. What was the call?
You know, I missed the
personal
call.
foul
Yeah,
or something for 15
foul.
yards.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what that was, but now, instead of the 11, when it was second and goal. Now it's second and goal from the 26. Slotting the wide out. They switch places on the far right side for the Eagles. And in the shotgun, the quarterback has the snap, wants to throw, fires. No, he kept it himself. Now he throws it the last minute, way out of bounds on the right sidelines. Rolls over there, though, and it'll be third and goal.
Hey, credit the secondary so far. 3 passes they've defended. All 3 have been incomplete passes by Mulvey, keeping the receivers at bay. But how about the clock? The Eagles have wasted this first quarter clock all the way down to 5:48, and we've not had the football.
Time-consuming drive, and yet they've still put the ball in the air a little bit. 5:48 left now in the first frame. Let's see what the Eagles do here. Receivers split left and right. And Mulvey will be in the shotgun. And there's also an H-back to the left side and pulls back. The quarterback wants to throw the aces in on him. He scrambles to the left side, has running room, takes off to the 20, and he's going to go out of bounds at around the 18-yard line.
Well, the Aces not doing a good job. A couple of times that Mulvey's gotten free, just outside containment, supposing to spy the quarterback on the outside edge. And that defender is not there, and Mulvey's able to move it forward. Picks up some decent yards to make it 4th and 16, and this may be a field goal attempt. That's number 80 coming out there right now.
So the line of scrimmage will be the 16-yard line. So they're going to put this down to about the 23, a 33-yard field goal. What was the one he kicked earlier?
34 has been where he has made it from.
All right, so he's within his range. Newton going for the lead here. Here's the snap, ball down, the kick away, and it is long enough, and it is
good. No good.
No good. Did it go off to the left?
Off to the left side.
All right, so, they won't take a break, all right?
We can stay here.
Yeah, we'll keep it here because we will take over at the
16.
Yeah, the 16-yard line. So how about that? Newton did a good job taking time off the clock, working the ball down the field. In the end, they come up snake eyes, and Mount Carmel takes over. They go. The Aces will go from right to left as we view them here in the first period of play. No score.
At the end of the first quarter, one of the homecoming events here tonight is the fact that the Aces cheerleaders of today are inviting all of the homecoming cheerleaders to join them on stage for a performance. That should be fun to watch at the end of the quarter break over on the hillside.
All right, Shane Metter steps under center as the Aces quarterback. One man in motion, and there's the pitch. And there's Andrews sweeping wide to the right side on the counterback, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at around the 29 to 28-yard line. Is that right? Is that not a first down?
Apparently short.
No, they started at the 20. Okay, not the 16. I thought they started at the 20.
So getting Rhett Andrews involved in the offense here. Haven't had his name on a touch yet this year. Has been targeted, I think, through the air, but first carry of the year.
He checks out wide to the left side on second and short. Man in motion, and that is Fulop, and there's a handoff. Ball carrier slides right side. Is that Fulop on the counter? No, that was Acree on the carry out of the backfield, and he'll get that first down move. Gets outside for about 10 to the 38.
10 Pins Bowling Center first down. It goes to the 39. Give them 11 officially on the play. And a 1st and 10 for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces offense.
Elliot Acree entered the night with 344 yards, 115 yards per game. He's on par to get over 1,000 yards during the regular season if he keeps this kind of pace up. New set of downs, full up in motion to the right side, handoff instead, and Acree powering himself over the right side, gets over the 40 to the 45, 46. Nice big chunk again on first down.
That's Acree once again. He'll pick up about 6. We talk about Acree, the workhorse of this Aces offense. Nobody has more carries. 44 of them for Acree, now up to 46. Leaves the team with a 2nd and 3 here from our own 46-yard line.
I'm not sure if we'll see Xander Bader tonight.
I don't think we will.
So just learned that news this week, so he probably will not be playing tonight. Meanwhile, the up back in the that's Acree, powers his way over the 50 into Newton territory. Another set of downs from Mount Carmel. It's a first down.
Acree again.
9 yards or so?
Yep, as you said, he averages about 8 a game and got there.
So for the first time today, Mount Carmel at Newton's end of the field. We're down to 4:15 to go here in the first period. No score in this one. It's homecoming night, 2024. Red Andrews checks out wide to the left side. And it'll be the quarterback under center with a wing to the right and a setback that way. And the handoff, I think that's Tobias Phillip, and he is rolling to the right side, getting inside the 40 near the marker. He may have another first down.
Really close. Looks like
Nope, that was Acre again.
the Aces about a yard short. Actually, they're going to measure, I think. The official's timeout for injuries. A yard short, so give him 9. Here's a development, Scott.
I like 2nd and 1, I got to tell you.
I do too. It's a fun down. And then here's a development. You know, we called a youngster for Newton in Quincy Fulton carrying the football for 12 yards earlier. Number 4, Drake Wolf, their leading rusher, and one of their top receivers is in shorts on the sideline, not in uniform, so he must be out. That's a big loss for Newton tonight, as number 4 is in street clothes on the sidelines.
So maybe that's why we called the name Fulton.
Yeah, Quincy Fulton taking over in that spot. Owen Shackman's also got a carry as well for the Eagles, trying to fill that void. 2nd and let's have fun here.
Double wing set, one man in motion, that's Phillip. Instead we hand it off. Jackson Kling on his first carry of the night gets it to 35, down to the 33 for another first down.
Move the chains, 1st and 10 Pens Bowling Center first down. Kling gets, about 5 or 6 on that play?
Yeah, and we may not be that kind of team yet that takes advantage of a 2nd and 1. We just need to take care of our own business first and then deal with the fun stuff. So better just to get the first down and continue this march. But this is actually us at our best right now, is rolling down the field. So why not keep it going? All right, Andrews checks out wide to the left side. Double wing again, one setback, and that's Phillip in motion. Handoff instead by the quarterback. Ball carrier slides to the right side, and he almost covered another 10, Jackson Kling did. He gets inside the 25 to around the 24, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Yeah, 2nd and about 3 here. Kling gets 7. 12 yards on 2 carries. Got a nice message from his mom this week. Very complimentary of you and our broadcasts, and said, we haven't been all the places that we've been playing football, and we don't get the opportunity to listen to the home broadcast much like we do here in Mount Carmel, and thanks to the Klings for sending that our way. We appreciate that just as much as we appreciate calling the games.
Well, let's see if he gets another carry, and yes, he does. Kling powers his way above the 25, near that marker, maybe enough on 2nd down.
I think they're going to say just short.
Dang it.
So got 2, not quite enough, but a yard to get here on 3rd and 1.
Line of scrimmage at 23, and Mount Carmel drive continues. We're down to 1:50 to go in the first period. It's scoreless here. Mount Carmel trying to get on top here. 17-point favorites coming in according to CalPreps.com. One of 3 LIC games tonight. The 4th is tomorrow. Andrews checks out wide to the left side. Double wing set and man in motion. That's Phillip. And this time it'll be Acre with a call right side. Almost was able to shake out of a tackle and drive his way to the end zone. As it is, he's stopped at around a 16-yard line.
Give Acre 7. A 10 Pens Bowling Center first down into the Big R Farm and Home red zone go the Aces for the first time tonight. A first down for Mount Carmel. Up to 64 yards of offense for the Aces on this opening drive.
1:15 to go in the first period. Mount Carmel being patient here with the play coming in. We're down to 13 on the play clock. Now Andrews checks out wide to the left side. Again, same set, one setback, man in motion. And there's a handoff. Elliott Acre drives right side. Tried to step out to the edge, couldn't quite get there. Is down at around the 12-yard line. So down at about 6, 7.
4 yards on the play. That's his shortest carry of the night. 11, 6, 9, 9, 7, now 4. 46 yards, 6 carries for Acre.
We got a good crowd on hand here tonight. They've filled in very nicely here. Much of the stadium is literally packed. There's a few openings on one side of the home stands, but very good crowd here for homecoming. Best of the year so far, and of course we've just had 2 home games, but this one's a goodie tonight. So now 2nd down, let's see what the Aces do. Under center is the quarterback, and he will take it himself, Shane Metter will, and drive forward inside the 10 or just about to that mark. Is that his first carry of the night?
It is. First carry for Shane, calling his own number. Got a couple of yards that time. 3rd and 4. And that's the quarter already.
All right, end of the first quarter. It went quickly here on this homecoming night, didn't it?
Yep.
Well, let's take our first look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's at the end of one period. Back with the second quarter in 1 minute.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Oh, all right, scoot back over.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
It's time to get your
Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. We go to quarter number 2. Mount Carmel knocking at the door, trying to get the first score of this homecoming game. They will operate on third down. The line of scrimmage is the 10-yard line. Aces now go left to right in the second quarter. And it'll be Metter setting the club down under center with 2 setbacks behind him. And he will pick out one of them. That's Acre. Bounces off one man, still drives forward, almost stopped at the line. Made something out of nothing there all the way to about the 7-yard line.
And critically for the Aces now, it's going to be a fourth down situation inside the 10. A third and 4 becomes about a 4th and 2 here for the Aces. This is a big shutdown play coming up potentially for the Eagle defense. Momentum hanging in the balance on this big fourth down call.
All right, Aces' first fourth down conversion opportunity of the night. Andrews checks out wide near the sidelines. 2 setbacks behind the quarterback Metter, and he's going to hand off. Acre tries to dive in. Oh, he kept it himself and tries to get in and dives across the goal line, and he
got the first down, but not the touchdown.
Did not make it.
But did get the first down.
And they're going to mark him to about the 2.
So it'll be a first and goal, and the drive continues. Metter got just enough.
That's all that matters. New set of downs, and we're going to try to bang it in from the 2. We've been marching up and down the field as it is so far. Let's see if the Aces can finish this one off for the first score of the game. Acre and Kling are the setbacks behind Metter under center. They split into the deuce. And they will pick out...
Touchdown here.
Touchdown who?
I'm not
Kling?
sure.
Must have been Kling. Yep. Okay, Kling got the carry from the one of the setback spots and scores, so give him a 3-yard touchdown, and Mount Carmel's on the board here. On the second play of the second quarter, it's 6-0 Mount Carmel.
First score of this game comes in the second period. Newton had the ball for a big chunk, then the Aces had a big chunk.
10:51 to go, second period. Mount Carmel leads 6-0. They'll go for 2. Not that that's any surprise to anybody. That's how we run this year. And the Aces now will have, again, the setbacks behind the quarterback in more of an I formation. And this time, Metter follows him in, tries to get in, and did for the 2-point conversion. Metter on the run for 2, nets the points.
That first Aces touchdown brought to you by Full Stadium Marketing, local marketing services to help your business win the crowd.
And let's take a look at that Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's Mount Carmel 8, Newton nothing. Back with the kick in 1 minute.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you are owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org. calfq.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFQ stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
Jackson Kling has netted Mount Carmel the first score of the game. And Mount Carmel will be kicking off. Deep for the Eagles is Quincy Fulton. He's the deepest of three. Let's see how far the kick goes, and it flies a little bit this time, and it gets out inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Return man across to the right side over the 25, over the 30, and they'll mark him at around the 35-yard line. And call it up further than that. Let's call it the 37. Militoni on the stop for the Aces.
Good return for the Eagles to start this drive.
Now 20 yards on the return. And that was Fulton on the return, by the way. So now here are the Eagles. Trailing in the game 8-0. See if they use the football. They had it quite a while on that first drive, even converting 1 4th down opportunity. Now let's see what they do here. Slot and a wide out right side, man in motion, and he gets the sweep handoff back to the left side. Has some running room, 45, 50. Finally Mount Carmel converges and knocks him out of bounds. Nice run by Fulton all the way into Mount Carmel territory to the 46-yard line. So that's a gain of 16 yards and a first down.
I'm telling you, Scott, this freshman is taking advantage of the opportunity. He's got 2 of the 3 biggest runs of the night for this Newton offense. Picks up the first down and brings them into Mount Carmel territory.
I want to call everybody's attention to a brand new sign here that they've got a big giant banner up on the hill on that would be the west side, right? Welcome to Riverview Stadium.
Covers up one of those concrete edifices that secures the hillside.
And instead, now there's a delayed draw. First carry by number 0, who we don't even have on the roster.
Yeah, that's Bartholomew, I believe.
Okay, Bartholomew then on the carry, and they're going to give him a short gain to the 42. Nice little delayed draw, and I think we've got the family down below us.
Right,
They're very thrilled at that. Why not?
Elliot Acree makes the stop, and that's the one thing about all things new at Riverview Stadium that you and I have had to get used to is the fact that we've got visitor crowd. Folks here on our side of the field, right in front of us. Now the Eagles send 2 men wide. One's more of a flanker to the right side. One's the wide out to the left. Quarterback in the middle
we
of
just
2.
jumped. And we, unfortunately, crossed the plane. So that 5-yard walk-off will just about, it's going to make it 2nd and 1 or so, I think. Yep, 2nd and short. About a yard, you called it, partner, to get here for the Eagles. And now Carmel just not disciplined there. If you want to call that a mistake, then maybe our second mistake of the night. The first was not securing the onside kick that Newton started the game with. But this Eagles... Now the line of scrimmage is the Mount Carmel 37. Receivers left and right. Quarterback in the shotgun. H-back slides right to left. And there's a hand. Oh, nice job. Oh, no, he got away. How about... No, he didn't. That was a loss on the play. I thought maybe he wiggled off the hook. That was on the carry for the Eagles. Their number 1 back on their depth chart, Phillips, and he took a loss. Yeah, how about that? And Braden Mason, the junior, again with a big hit and the big stop. And that goes as a loss of a yard for Phillips. Now 3rd down and a long 3. Line of scrimmage of 39 now. Second quarter, Mount Carmel leads 8-0. Newton's second possession of the night. The H-back slides, and here's quarterback of the shotgun, wants to throw, slant pass caught, first down, almost got away, finally thrown down for a loss at around the 29-yard line. On the catch was Dexter Fulton, the 6-foot junior. Brett Andrews on the stop for the Aces. Fulton makes the catch, a quick release pass, that time from the quarterback Mulvey, their first completion in 4 attempts. It's a first down up at the 29-yard line. You talk about Fulton, who makes that catch. He's their leading receiver, his 10th catch of the year. He averages, he's got 124 yards coming in receiving. So Mulvey again in the middle of that. The ball's loose. Handed it off. The ball was on the deck, but there to cover it wisely was Nathan Bierman, the freshman, for a loss on the play, but Newton still has the football.
Yeah, the Eagles keep the possession, but it does go as a pretty decent loss. Back across the 30 to the 32. Call it 2nd and 13.
So Newton's had a couple of setbacks here and there. They managed to come through it all. I notice now they brought a couple of running backs out and brought another couple of receivers in. Maybe a passing down here. Let's see what the Eagles do. Still, a couple of setbacks. Quarterback in the shotgun. Mulvey does want to throw. Fires it for the end zone. Overthrows Fowler, but not by much on the fly at the 10-yard line. Incomplete.
Yeah, just a little overthrown that time. 3rd and 12 coming up. The Eagles have only been able to catch up on the passing game one time tonight in 5 tries. That one overthrown. 3rd and long.
That was not Dexter Fowler. Sorry, you can tell I'm a baseball fan. It was Dexter Fulton.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, there you go.
We got it. Just call him Dexter. Then you're right?
Yeah. Sorry to those folks who are listening. I may end up doing that some more tonight.
Yeah, there you go.
So now it's 3rd and long for the Eagles. And here is Mulvey. They're under hot pursuit. He gets away from Downing and now throws it over the middle.
Oh, it's
caught. The pass is caught at the 15-yard line, right in the middle. The catch made by Shackman for the first down.
Wow. Up to the 15-yard line. That'll be about an 11-yard completion. How did that ball get in there to Shackman?
So the Eagles, how about that? That's the way to convert for the Newton Ball Club, and now they have the ball again, knocking at Mount Carmel's door at the 15-yard line. Second time they've been inside the 20 today.
It is, yep.
So how about that?
Then they had a big penalty to take him
back out
to a field goal try.
And handoff, sweeping his way left side, cutting it in to the 10, the 5, shakes a tackle, scores a touchdown! That's the number 1 running back. That is Cole Phillips. 6:31 to go in the second period. It's now an 8-6 ball game.
Well, how about that? And what will the Eagles do here? A team that I'm not sure has gone for a 2-point conversion.
What was that yards total on that again?
15 yards.
15. Let's see if the Eagles are going to chase points all night, or are they going to try to even it up right here?
They're going to try to even it up right here.
And here we go. They set it down. Quarterback Mulvey looks behind to his bench for the play call. Nope, they call timeout. So the Eagles are going to think about it a little bit, try to set something up. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan. Newton going for the 2-point conversion. We'll tell you about it in 1 minute.
At Southgate Furniture, we're celebrating a new season and new location. We've just opened the doors at our new location. We have everything you need to make your home game day ready. From cozy recliners for watching the big game to stylish dining sets for post-game celebrations. We've got it all. As proud supporters of the Golden Aces, we know a strong team go hand in hand with a great community. So, whether you're gearing up for game day or looking to refresh your space, come visit us at 1 Southgate Drive. Southgate Furniture, where comfort meets community. Go Aces!
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
Eagles are going for 2, and there's a pass into the end zone. It's caught. Pass over the middle. That's Fulton on the catch. Nice little flip from Mulvey. Works for the 2-point conversion, and this game is tied. 6:31 to go in the second quarter. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard is dead even. Mount Carmel 8, Newton 8. Back in 1 minute.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee the biggest possible tax refund. Stop by or give us a call today.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing my own TV show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people that genuinely appreciate it with me.
The game is now tied. Let's see what Newton does on this kickoff. Mount Carmel expects trouble, but instead the Eagles kick away. Mount Carmel's back returns, drops the ball at the 6. Now decides to run 15-20. Gets to the edge, 25-30. Almost forward. Managed to keep his balance all the way across the 40 to the 42. That's Shane Metter on a carry.
Metter able to keep his balance, kept churning forward. The Newton referee is nose to nose with a sideline official over here. I think he saw something he wanted flagged, did not get it. Now they seem to be a little bit better spirited there, but it was a lively debate for a moment.
And it didn't start out like a good finish. Metter bobbled the ball a little bit of the 6 and took off, and then he was in the process of regaining his balance. If nobody would have been around to pull him down, he might have gone all the way.
He was going to stay upright. I do believe you're right.
So now the Aces take over. They're going to mark it at the 41. It's 1st and 10. One setback. Metter under center. Hands it off. That's Acree. Goes outside, big hole. Over the left side, he goes to the 40. Down the sidelines, 35-30, 25. He's finally going to get a run out of bounds. They're going to mark him at around the 20-yard line, and that's a gain of 39 yards.
Wow, what a run by Acree. Biggest play of the night for the Aces offense. Call it 37. They sent it back to the 22, but a big run by Acree.
Nice big bulwarking run to the left side, and that's the way to start a drive. Mount Carmel tries to answer and get back on top in this game. We're tied 8-8 in quarter. Fast-moving ball game.
85 yards on 8 carries for Acree tonight.
Andrews checks out wide to the right side. Double wing set, one setback. And it's Metter under center. Sends Militoni in motion. Hands it all. Ball carrier piles left, right side. Not much there for the fullback, Jackson Kling. A short gain of, we'll call it, be nice and say 2, 2nd and 8.
Kling up to 18 yards now on 5 carries. He averages about 4 yards a carry on the season. 25 carries, 110 yards. 3rd on the roster in terms of numbers of times that his name has been called out of the backfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 21-yard line. Aces that close to the red zone. Again, one setback, wings both ways. One man in motion, Militoni. This time Kling gets the call again. Breaks it open at the 10. 5 touchdown! Jackson Kling slid off left tackle and then broke a tackle at the 10 and coasted in from there, and the Aces are back on top.
20 yards, Jackson Kling found a hole and really showed off his quickness there. I was surprised to see how quick Jackson Kling can dial it up and get moving. He did that time. A 20-yard touchdown run, except I just now saw that. So that's going to negate the whole thing. So no touchdown, a hold on the Aces. Wipes that play out. I did not see that flag ever.
No, I was already celebrating.
I'd already written it down and everything. Take it off the board.
So the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be a 2nd down and 3 here. The hold came really downfield.
Yeah. All right, man in motion again, and now a handoff. That's from Militoni or Acree to the left side. He's powering his way enough for the 1st down and then some.
Let's see who they call. It was Acree.
It was Acree, as you might imagine, and it's a first down.
From the 15-yard line, I think it's where that play started.
The Aces are back in the Big R Farm and Home red zone.
Give him 9 on the play up to the 6. It'll be first and goal for Mount Carmel from there. Acree inching in on the century mark already here in the first half.
Holy mackerel. He's averaging 115 per game. This could be his high watermark for the year the way it's starting. Let's see what the Aces do here. He stays in the backfield. He's set back behind Metter under center. Receivers split. Handoff. Ball carrier slides to the right. Did he make it? He's right on the goal line. Touchdown. So the Aces back on top on the run by L8 Acree. 6-yard run, and it's now a 14-8 game, and this one's going to hold. No flags on the play.
Acree on the score, right, from 6 yards out.
And we're down to 4:54 to go in the second period. So Wipeout Kling's touchdown, but Acree gets the score in the end. And now the Aces will go for 2.
Elliott Acree picking up his second touchdown rushing of the season.
Metter will hand it off. And that's L8 Acree finishing it up with the 2-point run as well off the left side. So Mount Carmel with a lead back. They answered in a hurry, didn't they?
They did indeed.
The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard reads Mount Carmel 14, Newton 8. We're back in 1 minute.
Wabash General Hospital, hosting the annual Health and Wellness Extravaganza, September 27th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the hospital parking lot at 13th and College Drive in Mount Carmel. The event offers health and wellness opportunities from community businesses and the hospital itself. There will be free giveaways, door prizes, and pork burgers for the first 300 attendees from Wabash County Farm Bureau. Learn more about creating and maintaining a healthy nation on the Wabash General Hospital Facebook page.
The Aces have the lead back. It's 14-8. Zumbalin is deep along with Fulton, and Fulton gets the kickoff, rolls to the left side. He almost gets to midfield. And nope, instead that was the other freshman. No, that was the senior Zumbalin who carried the ball in the return. They're going to mark into around the 40-yard line. In fact, exactly that marker, I think.
Yep.
And that's where Newton takes over at their own 40. Good start. The Aces had answered the Eagles and gotten the 16-8 rather. Well, at halftime there'll be the Queen coronation, one of the highlights of the weekend. That ceremony will be held and right there at the base of the stands, so all the fans can watch it. Newton looks a little confused here as they're trying to set their play up. Are they going to have to waste a timeout? No, they get the play off. And back to throw.
Going long.
Looking long, and nobody's back there on the deep pattern. He just threw it away. Or the receiver didn't run the right pattern, one or the other, but it's well overthrown, second down. 2nd and 10. Next week, don't forget, we're on the road at Paris. 6 o'clock for a 1-hour pregame show. And don't forget about the Golden Aces podcast, the Golden Aces Nation podcast. Every Thursday, a new edition out. Kyle Peach had a great interview with Blaine Sisson. So you'll have to check that out wherever podcasts are available. I'll say that, though.
There you go.
There, the counterback, left side. And that is Bartholomew again across midfield on the marker. Maybe enough for the first down, and it is. A 10-yard, called an 11-yard gain, and a first down for the Eagles. Well, they've run that counter with the same guy twice now. Number 0 gets a new set of downs for his team.
Yeah, second carry of the night for Colton Bartholomew. 15 yards on both of for the 2 carries combined. First and 10.
Zumbalin checks out one way. In fact, they've got 3 in pattern now. 1 setback behind. The quarterback is in the shotgun.
We just jumped in.
And how about that? They pulled the Aces off again. That'll cost Mount Carmel 5 yards and create a 1st and 5 now for the Eagles at the Mount Carmel 45. Newton hustles up to the ball. Again, they have 2 receivers, a slot and a wide out to the right side, 1 receiver to the short side left. And this time a handoff. Ball carrier works to the right side. Very short yardage. Aces strung it out to the left side well and kept Phillips to about a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 4.
Good stop by the Aces. Lucky
2nd and 4.
Militoni on the stop that time. Who carried that ball?
Now that was, who did I say? That was Phillips.
Thank you very much. Wyatt Rooney not in the booth with us tonight, helping on stats, so I'm trying to
He'd be the
pick
Eagle
up the slack here.
And then here I'm liable to forget any 5 seconds, so yeah. All right, now 2nd down. Now the Eagles present a double wing look. Everybody pulled in receiver-wise, and there's a counter back to the right side. This time on the carry, it is Fulton, and they give him progress out to around the 41-yard line, very close to the marker, but not quite there. 3rd and 1. And they say Militoni on the stop again. So 2 straight plays for Stalecki. Now Newton has an opportunity, 2 downs from here probably. And meanwhile, the clock, we're down to 3 minutes to go in the first half. Mount Carmel leads this homecoming game 14-8.
16-8.
I mean 16-8. That's the second time I've done that. So let's see what the Eagles do here. They split receivers left and right. H-back slides left to right. Quarterback in the shotgun hands it off to the setback right there. Breaks 1 tackle. Almost another. And drives forward to the 20-yard line on the carry. Cole Phillips. And a big 1st down run there.
12-yard pickup for Phillips, who has been the workhorse for this Newton team. His 10th carry, 49 yards. Just across the 30 to the 29 for the Eagle 1st down.
Yeah, nice job. Newton's had plenty of little things they can crow about here in this first half.
First quarter score in the LIC tonight. Thanks to Josh Brown. 21-7, Paris leading Lawrenceville after 1 quarter.
And Ballin and Fulton are the wide receivers. H-back slides right. Quarterback gets the handoff in the shotgun, hands off to the setback, and Phillips breaks free, breaks another tackle, pulls the Aces with him inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Wow, what a run by Phillips.
Yeah, we've got an Aces player shaken up on the back by the 29-yard line around the 30 from where that play started. And we'll come out to take a look at that. I think he was dragging Acree with him, who dove on to grab the legs to try to hang on. Another big, powerful run. Phillips up to the 6-yard line, and an injury timeout here for the Aces.
How about that? Man, what a run. That's one of the most powerful runs against us this year. 2:02 to go in the first half. Is this an official's timeout?
It is for the injury, yep.
All right, so we got a water break going. Should we just take a 30 maybe?
Well, we're going to go back to action. That was, we don't want to lose him tonight. No. The Aces shaking up on the play. We don't lose anybody anytime, but Braden Mason was the man shaking up on the play. He's up.
We've had his name called already 2 or 3 times tonight.
Phillips now up to 73 yards on the ground. By far the leading rusher for the Eagles.
And it will be 1st down and goal for the Eagles. They could tie this thing back up. 16-8, Mount Carmel leads. Here are the Eagles knocking at the door again after an outstanding run by Phillips. And here come the Eagles. They break it now. They just started the play clock following the timeout, so it's 40. And it will be the quarterback in the shotgun. That's Mulvey. Slides left, does the H-back. Handoff, ball carrier Phillips. Dives over left tackle to around the 5, maybe inside that mark to the 4.
Timeout called. I think the Aces will be calling this one to try to preserve some clock for a last-minute drive to close the half. Remember, Newton will get the ball to start the second half.
Timeouts brought to you by Country Financial representative Tia Morgan. Aces leading for now, 16-8 over Newton. Back in 1 minute.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to the lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from our lines.
At Steve Faulkner Automotive, lease the 2024 Jeep Compass for $299 a month and the 2024 Jeep Wrangler up to $6,000 off. Get yours today at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Steve Faulkner Auto Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
1:44 to go in the first half. Newton trying on the march. They tried to pull the Aces off, and wait a minute, there is a flag. Maybe they did. And it'll be on
offense.
Newton instead.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, I saw some motion on the left side of our line, and
that's a second red zone penalty of the night on the Eagle offense.
Yeah, that hurt them, that one drive. Kind of really cost them that drive. And so this one, let's see what happens here. They're going to march the football back to the 9, and it is second down now. And goal. And do we have another timeout? Officials stopped the play. Minute 44. Oh, that's right, because that's when the play was going to start, and it was down to 1:43. So just 1 second.
Okay, that's a big deal.
Yeah. All right, so now here we go. It is second and goal for Newton from the 11-yard line of Mount Carmel. Receiver split, one man in motion, and handoff to Bartholomew. Hey! Undercut, gets away, dives forward near the 7-yard line.
Aces will spend another timeout. And I think they may mark him back toward the 9, so about no gain.
So nothing there. It'll be third and goal. Another timeout here, and we'll take it to Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan, your timeout sponsor. Mount Carmel trying to hold off the Eagles before halftime at 16-8. Back in 1 minute.
Did you know that Wabash County Health Department offers a reproductive health clinic? The clinic is available on Wednesdays with morning and afternoon appointments available. Services include physical exams, STD services, pregnancy testing, contraceptive services, hormonal implants, and more. Appointments can be made by calling 618-263-3873 or by texting 618-240-8889. Our reproductive health clinic, just another service provided by the Wabash County Health Department, is located at 130 West 7th Street in Mount Carmel.
All right, here we go. Third down for the Newton Eagles. And they are at the third and goal. Eagles trying to get on the board and tie this up. It's third down now for the Eagles from the 11. Here is the quarterback in the shotgun, and he rolls back, wants to throw. He's chased out of the pocket. The Aces have the number, bring him down, and the ball's loose, but I think he's down by contact.
Down, yep.
The ball squirted out in front. Mulvey dragged down, but it'll be fourth down as it is.
Webb on the stop.
Nice job by Jack Webb from linebacker.
And they'll spot that ball all the way back at the 23-yard line.
Mount Carmel calls another timeout. Let's just keep it here. So it'll be fourth down now. Boy, wouldn't this be something if the Aces could stop it there on some great defensive play.
A 14-yard loss on the play for Mulvey. So they'll set the ball down at the, where are we? 26-yard line, 25, 23-yard line.
Oh, 23, yep.
23-yard line, yep. So a field goal from here would be what?
Well, that would be 41.
Again, so probably not good. Checking to see what kind of options they have on a fourth and goal from the 23. What's your best option if you're the Eagles at this point? Either way, the Aces are going to get the ball back with about a minute and 20 seconds-ish on the clock, you would think. Clock won't roll till the ball is snapped. And
boy, I'd sure want to use Dexter Fulton, though.
Yeah.
In some kind of play the way he's been.
Zumbalin, the veteran, checked out here to the near side for the Eagles.
And there is Shackman. He's been a part of this game, too. We mentioned his name a couple times. The Eagleson trips out to the right side. And now another man over there. And the quarterback wants to throw. He's chased a little bit. Tries to set now. Reverses field. Goes to the left. Ace is trying to get on him. He's flushed out again. And still on his feet.
Grounding.
Now throws it away. It's grounding anyway. So Mount Carmel will get the football on that. I'm sure they'll throw a flag, right?
Well, they may have said he was outside of the pocket. I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay, it could be. I mean, he changed direction 3 or 4 times. How he stayed in there kind of reminded me of Blaine Sisson, the way he was able to evade a would-be tackler. And one of the Mount Carmel, I think it's Staleki Militoni. He looks to be shaken up.
Yeah, holding his arm as he was trying to make pursuit to that ball. There were a lot of guys going a lot of different directions there because of the trying to chase the quarterback and getting blocked and pushed around and kind of gingerly holding that left arm, I believe, or maybe it's the right.
Mount Carmel takes over anyway, but without the penalty, without the necessity of whatever they wanted to call.
Yeah, so no penalty at all. No flag ever came. So it'll be 1st and 10 Mount Carmel from our own 22. 1:14 on the clock. No timeouts left for the Aces. So we've got to go 78 yards in 74 seconds without a timeout.
You know, I was kind of hoping they'd still throw the flag because that'd be 15 yards and we'd be up that much further. As it is, Mount Carmel takes over nonetheless with some great defense there. 1:14 to go before the end of the first half of play. The Aces are building for an opportunity now. They have no timeouts left, but they have the ball.
We've got to get a guy on the game. We just did. Play clock down to 15. Keep running things toward the edge here if you're Mount Carmel.
And here is the quarterback double wing set, handoff, and the Akers jersey tackled as soon as he got that ball and dragged backwards. So that will take us way down the line. But we're going to hurry up to the ball here. 2nd and 10. Call it no gain. Clock at 1 minute now. And here's the quarterback. Here's Metter. He's back to throw. Dumps it short, underneath, incomplete. Stops the clock with 52 seconds to go in the half. It'll be 3rd down.
First incomplete pass of the day. First pass attempt by Mount Carmel comes at the 52-second mark, and we're running out of time here. You also don't want to give Newton the ball back. They have a timeout left, and we haven't shown the greatest ability to punt the football away, so you want to at least try to get the first down here.
It is 3rd down, and maybe an out pattern, something like that, or just get the ball where we can run somebody out of bounds, and this time the ball carrier is Akery. Will he go out of bounds? He's down the left sidelines. He does go out of bounds at around the 38-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. Let's see where they mark him. 37. Gain of 15.
Nice play by Akery, recovering after the no-yard gain. His 12th carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he stopped the clock by running out of bounds with 46 seconds to go.
Why are the chains not yet moving? The officials were having a discussion on the far side. Is there a penalty? No, I don't think so. I think the chain gang is lagging behind here a little bit.
Nobody's told them to move. I mean,
well, wait a minute.
We're up to the ball. Oh, personal foul. Newton.
Taunting?
Wow. Taunting on Newton. Unsportsmanlike personal foul. So that will give the Aces 15 more yards. And it'll move the ball. They've put it down already across the 50 at the Newton 48-yard line. With 46 seconds to go. We've got a chance to do something here. 1st down. And here is Metter. Wants to throw. Fires. He's hit as he delivers. Leaping try for the catch. Incomplete. And Metter goes down in a hunk.
Yeah, he took quite the hit as they were looking for Andrews, who went high to try to get it. Metter kind of had to leave it hanging a little bit as he took that hit. 2nd down and 10, 43 seconds to go, and do we miss a Loudermilk right now? We'd be talking about field goal range and
from
all
here.
of that. Not from here, but how close do we have to get to field goal range?
That would have been 65 yards. Hey, he probably could have done it.
We got to find the end zone at this point.
Line of scrimmage is the 47. It's 2nd down, and there's Akery shuffling inside over the middle. Gets to the 45. Clock runs. We're down to 35 seconds to go. Aces will probably hustle to the ball. Will we clock it? It is third down. We just can't clock it automatically here, can we? It's third down.
This is not a team designed to go quick.
Yeah, and here's Metter under center, and he'll take the snap, and so we got a penalty on top of that.
Yeah, we left early. We had too much motion up front.
Yeah, we were hurrying so much we kind of tricked ourselves into a jump. That'll cost us 5 yards. Took the time off the clock that we didn't need to in the end. So 22 seconds to go now in the half, and 5-yard walk-off back to the 50-yard line. It's third down and 12 to go. Just for the record, but just 22 seconds to go. Double wing set. Quarterback under center, sends a man in motion. Militoni, play action fake, rolls to the right, looks, down the left sidelines. Oh, too far ahead of the receiver, incomplete. On the fly, down for Militoni at around the 25-yard line. Clock stops. We have 10 seconds to go now.
Well, and an interesting call here if you're the Aces. I'm assuming we're going to punt the ball away, but Newton does have a timeout left, so you can't really. Are you going to go for it here and give them the ball with a timeout and seconds left from midfield? Or are you going to try to punt the ball? We'll see what the call is going to be here. We don't have a timeout left. We don't want to give them yards here, and we're not up to the line yet with 9 on the play clock.
And here we go, counting down 7, 6, 5. Looks like we're going to go for it right now. Yes. And here's the quarterback. He's back to throw. He fires long on the fly down the left side, and the pass is picked up by Newton at the 19-yard line. Well, that's as good as any. That's as good as a punt if we bring him down. He's still going, 35, and finally run down, and that'll end the first half at the 30-yard line.
What a tackle by Jack Webb to end the half.
All right, well, it's the Newton fans stand and applaud their team, and why not? They're holding steady here in the first half of play. Halftime of the homecoming game, and let's take a look at that Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's Mount Carmel 16 and Newton 8. We're back with the Keep Us Funeral Home. Have 2 minutes. Keep it here.
Did you know that Wabash County Health Department offers a reproductive health clinic? The clinic is available on Wednesdays with morning and afternoon appointments available. Services include physical exams, STD services, pregnancy testing, contraceptive services, hormonal implants, and more. Appointments can be made by calling 618-263-3873 or by texting 618-240-8889. Our reproductive health clinic, just another service provided by the Wabash County Health Department, is located at 130 West 7th Street in Mount Carmel. The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks, or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
I am a student of Council
Hey.
Kate is escorted by Mr. Jake Pennington. Kate is escorted by Mr. Jake Pennington. Jake is the son of Jake.
It's halftime on homecoming night here at the Snake Pit in Mount Carmel. Time now for the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. Mount Carmel leads the visiting Newton Eagles 16-8 here at halftime. Mount Carmel, well, they had to survive a scare from Newton on the opening drive. Newton recovered an onside kick that they delivered. A bit of a surprise to start the game. And, well, if not for a penalty, a key penalty on the drive, they might have been able to put it in the end zone. As it is, Mount Carmel took over, and they scored on their first possession, which took the rest of the first period of play. 14-play, 80-yard drive, netted pay dirt on a 3-yard run by Jackson Kling with 10:51 to go in the second period. And then on a run by Shane Metter, a keeper for the 2-point conversion, Mount Carmel led 8-0. Newton countered with a score with 6:51 to go. So exactly 4 minutes later, 6:31 to go, 4:20 later in the second period. It was a 15-yard run for the touchdown by Cole Phillips, their leading ball carrier on the year. And then a pass to a quarterback pass to Fulton, Dexter Fulton, for the 2-point conversion, tied the game at 8-8. And that actually wiped out The Aces then had the football next. They really, in essence, scored twice on the drive. They had one touchdown run by Jackson Kling, a 21-yard run, a beautiful run that was wiped out on a holding penalty. But the Aces came back and finished the drive and got a score from Elliott Acree with 4:54 to go in the second period to make it 14-8. Then Acree finished it up with a 2-point run, and it was 16-8. At that, completed a 5-play, 59-yard drive, and that finished the scoring in the second quarter of the first half. Mount Carmel has the lead here at halftime at 16-8. The King and Queen Coronation Homecoming going on right now with the candidates being introduced one by one. We're about ready to find out who is going to be the winner. I want to see if I need to keep it here. Do I need to keep it here? Kyle, report who it is. Here we go. Kyle's good. I couldn't hear what the bounce back of the audio.
Megan Haggerty.
Megan Haggerty. Congratulations. Megan is the homecoming queen for 2024. She'll reign supreme now for the rest of the night. Festivities tomorrow, including the dance. Congratulations, Megan Haggerty. And that completes the scoring summary. We're going to come back. We'll take a look at scores from around the area. There are two other LIC games tonight, one to be played tomorrow. We'll take a look at all the scores in Illinois and Indiana. Kyle Peach will join us with stats. That's all next in 2 minutes on the Keep Us Funeral Home Halftime Report.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same, to provide care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
Mount Carmel, welcome to the all-new Southgate Furniture. We just opened our doors at 1 Southgate Drive. We can't wait for you to see what's inside. From stylish dining sets to cozy sofas, recliners, and coffee tables, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. And right now, don't miss our ultimate complete bedroom suite sale. All complete bedroom sets are 50% off while supplies last. Hurry in today and take advantage of these incredible savings before they're gone. Offer excludes mattresses. Visit us today at 1 Southgate Drive in Mount Carmel, Illinois. Southgate Furniture. Your home, your style, your way.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you were owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFQ stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
Sure, stand. We're back at halftime. You're listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home Halftime Report. It's Mount Carmel on top of Newton on this homecoming night, 16-8.
Well, Scott, let's take a look at a little bit of the stats. This has been a pretty competitive game statistically and on the scoreboard. Mount Carmel leads Newton in total yards in the first half, but only by 11 yards by my count, 155 to 144. The leading rusher for the Aces is Elliott Acree, 118 yards on 13 carries and a touchdown. Jackson Kling, 23 yards on 6 carries and a score. Shane Metter, 2 carries for 6. Red Andrews, a carry for 8. That's all for the Aces rushing game. Passing, Shane Metter 0 for 4 with an interception, so no passing yards for the Aces. For the Eagles, it is Cole Phillips, 75 yards on 12 carries and a touchdown. Colton Bartholomew, 3 carries for 15 yards. Hayden Mulvey, 3 carries, a net 7 yards. David Ferguson, a carry for a loss of 3. Quincy Fulton, 2 carries for 28 yards. Owen Shackman, a carry for a 1-yard loss. And Nathan Beeman gets credit for a carry because he recovered a fumble, a loss of 3 yards. The Eagles have completed 2 passes in 8 attempts for 26 yards. one to Fulton for 10, and to Shackman for 16. The Eagles, 144 yards of total offense, 118 of those on the ground. Now Carmel, 155 yards of total offense. The Aces do have a turnover with the interception that essentially ended the half, and that's where things stand in this ball game right now. Looking at some scores from around the area, the Robinson-Casey game is still under weather delay because of the radar and thunderstorms up in that area. Scott, if we would be in Newton tonight, we'd be in a weather delay too, because they had a severe thunderstorm warning earlier tonight, and we would be in that late start time window as well. So Robinson-Casey delayed. The Robinson announce crew that we're good friends with. The crew tell us they're set schedule now for a 9 p.m. start up at that one between Robinson and Casey. Hopefully the weather stays up there.
Well, I don't even need to remind you. I know you think of Breeze Mater Day whenever we deal with that.
I think we had a 3-hour weather delay broadcast show that night.
We didn't get off the air till 11:50.
It was a late night. Paris leading Lawrenceville at halftime, 21-10 the score in that one. Other scores, the LIC game that is tomorrow is a Saturday game for the Olney Tigers at Marshall. That's the only other conference game of note. So one on Saturday, one in weather delay, and the Paris-Lawrenceville game, that's all in the LIC. In the Black Diamond, scores there, Fairfield trailing Johnston City 22-20 at halftime. So the Indians lead the Mules at the train yard. Elsewhere in the Diamond, Hamilton County leading Edwards County in the second quarter, 19-0. Cesar-Valier leading Carmi at halftime, 13-0. An Indiana score, Southridge leading Gibson Southern in the third quarter, 14-11 in a low-scoring game. And again, Robinson-Casey delayed because of weather. They're scheduled to start at 9. And Paris leading Lawrenceville at halftime, 21-10.
That's who the Aces see next week. We're up Route 1 on the road to Paris. 7 o'clock for the kickoff next Friday night. 6 o'clock for the broadcast here on WSJD. Let's take a look at some Indiana scores. Probably the biggest game of the night, at least headline attraction-wise, is always Southridge versus. And tonight the Raiders lead Gibson Southern 14-11 in the third period. In SIAC play, Evansville Mater Dei leads Jasper 28-7 in the third quarter. Castle leads Vincent to 16 at halftime. Elsewhere tonight, it's the North Huskies all over Boise, 27-0 in the second quarter. The Memorial Tigers, maybe the best club in that league this year. They lead Evansville Harrison at halftime, 38-0.
A score, Scott, that will matter for us next year because we'll play the DuQuoin Indians. DuQuoin is playing Benton tonight in a big matchup. They are tied at 7 apiece at the half. Benton with 3 turnovers in that ball game.
Stockton are tied in the second quarter. 14-14 is the score. That game is in the third quarter now, and it's dead even between those two. Forest Park, the Rangers lead Mount Vernon 26-13 in Pocket Athletic Conference play, and I think that's all I have from Indiana. How about this? Washington, the Hatchets all over Princeton, 28-0 at halftime in Pocket Bluff. I got another one. Evansville Wrights leading the Central Bears at halftime, 40-7. I think I'm done now.
All right, let me recap. First of all, I had a conversation the other day with Jared Mainers, a former Wabash Valley Warrior, the former head coach of the Princeton Tigers. He's now the head coach of the Oakland City University Sprint football team, and they brought football back to Evansville because they played a game down an Inlow field. That either has happened or it's getting ready to happen.
I think it's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
At 1 o'clock,
there
right?
you go. That will be fun for the folks in Evansville to check out Sprint football over at Inlow.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get over there.
It should be fun. Meanwhile, I'm going to recap homecoming, the ceremony. Ava Turner was the senior student council member who delivered the address earlier. The freshman attendant was Gracie Haggard, the daughter of Barry Haggard. And Heather Price Their escort was Logan Mobley, the son of Matt and Trish Mobley. The sophomore attendant was Kate Andrews, the daughter of the third queen candidate, Elizabeth Hefner, the daughter of Joel and Stacy Hefner.
Take your time.
Escorted by Mr. Keller Gard, the son of Tim and Tracy Gard, and the late Tiffany Gard. And the final queen candidate was Jersey Smith, the daughter of Ryan Smith and Kylie Revel. Jersey, escorted by Lane Toothman, the son of Nick and Megan Toothman. And then, of course, the announcement of the winner, Megan Haggerty.
How about
Congratulations.
that? There we go. Well, we suddenly are going slower because it dawns on me that we've got an extra 5 minutes to fill here. The officials let you have extra time events like homecoming. So we've got a 20-minute break plus the other 3. Oh, we're fine. We can talk forever. Anyway.
And I'm trying to pull up the radar because I'm getting messages saying that weather could be coming soon. Here.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
we'll try to update that.
We saw the stuff coming in from the southeast. For a while, it looked like we might not get anything. Then Jasper County got the warnings. And we saw some cells earlier, late this afternoon, though, but now 5 o'clock or so, that like Hillsboro and that area was pushing through and moving to the southeast, maybe moving this way. And, well, how about that? Well, Kyle will be on top of that here, and we're going to take a break. You are listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home Halftime Report. It's halftime here on Homecoming Night at the Hilltop. Mount Carmel leads Newton. The score is 16-8, back in 2 minutes.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
You earned my business. I did my research. I looked around. I got lots of estimates, and you guys did a great job from start to finish. No worries, no headache, no bad experiences at all. So I couldn't ask for a better experience and a better product.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
In the heart of Mount Carmel, where community and support go hand in hand, you'll find the First National Bank.
We're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your supporters. Just like our golden ace of dedication and the power of community. Whether on the field or in the bank, we're here to cheer you on every step of the way.
We're proud to support the Mount Carmel Golden Aces.
Because when our team wins, our community wins.
Here's to another season of victories, both big and small. The First National Bank, where community comes first. Go Golden Aces. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee the biggest possible tax refund. Stop by or give us a call today.
Well, in addition to what Kyle just talked about, we're getting reports now that there is lightning off to the north of Mount Carmel. Just keep the officials looking to the south. Look to the south, guys. And then we understand it's raining in Oreo.
Yeah, so we're
that's
getting,
not good.
Yeah, we've got rain on the way, there, and the cell, there's a little run-out cell forming right on the Wabash-Lawrence County line. The heavier stuff is up around Olney. Internet connections, the interwebs are not friendly here tonight in the press box for some reason, so having a hard time getting things where they need to be.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, the Newton Eagles making their way onto the field, and obviously the officials and everybody's friends are texting everybody, so everybody will know what's going on. We're into the 3-minute extra time now, so we're going to take our final break before the start of the second half. You've been listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home Halftime Report. We're on to the second half. Mount Carmel, your leader on this homecoming night. 16-8 over Newton, back in 2 minutes.
on God. Don't wanna be an American idiot. Fever, fever, 'cause I'm breaking.
As soon as I came here, I started looking at the programs that they have. The most that I like, it was early childhood education, and then after I see the classes and everything, that's the one that I picked. I would like to be a teacher in the future. I like it so much because I had the experience to work at Small World with the kids, and each day I learn, and I learn from the kids, and like with my teachers, like they teach me all the stuff that I need to do to be a better teacher. And classes is amazing, so I would just recommend everyone to come here to Wabash Valley College.
Hello, I'm Sarah Harrell. I'm from Crossville, Illinois, and I attend here at Wabash for the Advanced Manufacturing Program. Being here has really helped me grow and really experience what it'll be like later in life, being able to work in a shop and actually run machines. I've loved working on the 3D printer and on the wire EDM and just CNC machines in general. I want to be like a designer and programmer type thing, so I can do most of my time on SolidWorks and programming CNC machines.
Welcome back to the Snake Pit. We believe we're getting set for the second half, but the more we hear, rain maybe is not too far away, or worse yet, lightning may not be too far away. It's off to the south. We're noticing a slight temperature variation already now, so there might be some kind of system coming through anytime. But we're getting set for the second half anyway. The officials are keeping a look down to the south end as they gather.
Keep looking south, please. Yeah.
Well, no, I thought it was up to the north where the lightning was, right? Oh, that's right.
To the north, so keep looking south.
Just keep looking that way.
Yeah.
Mount Carmel leads Newton 16-8. Here as we get set for the second half. Now the Newton Eagles will get the football first.
Yeah, they won the toss. They deferred to the second half. And then they got the onside kick on the opening kickoff. And so they'll get the ball to start the second half here. The Aces were to get it first, and I guess technically did.
Well, the two biggest plays of the night on each side, I think for Newton, that had to be Cole Phillips in that run where he dragged the Aces with him to get inside the 10-yard line. And how about Jackson Kling on that 21-yard run? It didn't count.
Right.
Penalty wiped it out, but it was a dandy run. As the Aces were in charge earlier on the front line than they finished with. Newton did a good job of kind of balancing things out a little bit. And it's a hot day. I mean, we started again, another warm night, 87, I think, at game time. And so another tough one. We've still got a minute to go here on the countdown clock. Did they add more time or?
Well, I think they just put the three. This is the last minute of the three.
Okay. Yeah, it was extra long halftime tonight because of the homecoming festivities. And boy, I tell you what, though, the kids put in so much work with the float building and crafting, and then they get to design them. Remember in the old days when we didn't have the track, we had to use those, and they would parade the floats onto the track, and we'd all get to see them in display. Obviously, we've got way too much money invested in all this stuff now. We can't do that anymore in the modern era. You know, Mommy and Daddy have new toys now. You can't be playing. You remember your folks had new cars? You couldn't eat in the new car. You couldn't do anything in the new car. And about a month, and then it'd loosen up, and then pretty soon you'd be eating and spilling things and everything else in the car. Nobody cared. Sort of like that here. We're just starting out here these first few years. I don't know if it'll change any, but all right, here we go. Mount Carmel will be kicking from right to left, and they all switch sides. The kicking team, Mount Carmel, does. And they're going to put Keegan's going to set the ball down a little bit on the left side and will approach. Newton began the game with an onside kick. And no, he'll move it over to the right side hash mark. Sorry about that. He'll be kicking from there. Newton has three men deep. And here comes the kick. It's high, taking it around the 28, 30. 32, 33, and return out to about the 37. I wonder if that was, they call that Zumbalin on the return. And nice start for Newton at around the 36-yard line.
Well, and then this is the chance for the Aces to, in essence, flip the script on Newton's onside kick that got them possession to start the game. Mount Carmel can put a stop together right here in the Newton opening drive and preserve that one-score lead.
Newton goes left to right. They send one wide receiver out to the right side.
The good news here is that the Aces and the Eagles are playing pretty quick football, so we'll see if we can beat the rain here.
The quarterback is Hayden Mulvey. As a receiver and a wing to the right side, hands off. Countering back to the left side for some running room. 30, 45, 50 down the left sideline. First down. Finally gets knocked out of bounds. Nice run by Fulton. All the way into Mount Carmel territory. First down to the 46-yard line.
Give him 18 yards. He has run that sweep for 12, 16, and 18. The Aces have not figured that out here every time he's touched the football.
The Aces have never lost a North Egypt Little Illini Conference game. Whoop, that's a slip from the past. In our fourth year at the helm, but this one has not been easy. In it 16-8, Newton
23-0 since joining the conference.
And now the Eagles send a man in motion, and there's a counterback this time to the right side. That's Bartholomew. A fumble. Let's see who's got it.
We do.
Now Carmel has the football. On the counterback to the right side, they ran it to the left the play before, tried to change things up and go to the right. And we end up with the football. We take over at our own 47-yard line.
Second fumble of the day. First lost by Newton. And boy, oh boy, how tides have churned. The Eagles lose it for about 3 yards on the play. And Mount Carmel has the football. So what is it about opening drives of halves where turnovers have been plentiful here tonight?
And they're going to mark the football up to the 49. So Mount Carmel goes right to left. That's where we'll take over.
This is an Eagle team that fumbled 6 times in the first 3 weeks of the season.
And they've made a couple mistakes tonight.
Got an Eagle tying a shoe. Come on, young man. We got lightning coming. Get the shoe off, get it tied, and let's play football.
How about getting the lead and put a little pressure on the visitors, too? Get a little distance between us and them on the scoreboard. It's 16-8 now.
2-score lead would be great.
Brent Andrews checks out wide to the left side. Shane Metter will operate under center. Aces come out, double wing set, one setback. That's Elliot Acree.
After the shoe tying debacle, we're ready to go now.
Finally, we're ready. And here is the quarterback under center. Man in motion, hands it off. Acree powers left side. Full head of steam. Now he's driven back. He got forward progress out to the 47, so a nice gain of about 4, and it'll be second down.
Acree picking up where he left off, his 14th carry. He's up to 122 yards. Drew Tate makes the stop for the Eagles on the play. And Scott, after that fumble for the Eagles, the youngster Bartholomew checked out. Looked a little hobbled and now has come out of the play defensively and headed to the bench to be checked out.
Same set. The one tailback looks a little, gets back in the crouch after putting his hands out a little bit. He ends up with the call, though. I think that's Acree. I'm not sure what if there was any confusion or if he just tried to feign that. But he gets inside near the marker to the 41. He's less than a yard away. Well, a good yard now, third down. And a little bit longer than that, called just outside the 43 to the 42.
You get 4 yards a carry, you're going to get first downs. It's 3rd and 2 for the Aces after Elliott gets 4 again. Elliot Acree on the move.
Elliot Acree on the year, averaging 7.8 per game coming into tonight. So now 3rd and short for the Aces. Tobias Fulop in at wing, now counters to the right side. I think we fumbled the ball, did we? No, Acree held up. And by the way, we've launched out the other end. Metter kept it himself. He pulled it back and kept it. Wow, inside the 20 to the 16-yard line.
Wow. I'm telling you, the Newton fans were applauding because they thought they'd brought Acree down for a big loss. And instead, it's Metter who pulled it at the last moment, takes it from the 42 to the 16. A big first down run for Shane Metter.
26 yards on that. I don't know how he pulled back. We saw that last week.
Yeah.
He has this ability to really wait as long as he can before he pulls it back. And not every quarterback is able to pull that off, but we've seen it.
1st and 10 Penn Bowling Center first down to the Big R Farm and Home red zone.
And here is a handoff. This time he almost did the same thing. Now let it go through the handoff.
Oh, my. Now there's flags everywhere.
And somebody got decked off the ball. Is that what happened?
Look at this. A player from Newton is being restrained by a teammate. Now we reacted. We said we got slammed. Our player got slammed to the floor, to the ground, after the play's whistle had stopped. And number 7 is hot. He has taken his helmet off.
Oh, he's out of the game, right?
Well, I'm not sure. He is not happy. And they are warning him as he heads to the sideline.
They ejected him, I think. Aren't they ejecting him?
I'm not sure. That's Landon McClure, who's a senior, and the officials are sorting this out. There are 2 flags down. This could be, if we reacted anyway, we'll get the explanation. 2 dead ball fouls. Same player.
Personal foul, number 7, and an additional personal foul. He is ejected.
Yeah, I thought he was waving him out. 2 penalties on one play. Now, just one will be enforced, right?
Yeah.
And it'll be half the distance to the goal line anyway?
Yeah, half the distance to the goal, and an ejection of number 7 for his reaction on the play. So, number 7, Landon McClure, who is a letter winner, a senior on this team, 5'10", 160, defensive end and a running back. He is disqualified.
So the Aces will have it now, first and goal from the 6-yard line.
Well, that's more than half the distance, isn't it? That's more like, is it 15 yards? Do they enforce the penalty? I'm not sure. First and goal at the 3 here.
And here's Shane Metter going to set the club down. And he calls and hands it off. Ball carrier slides right side. Acree spins to the goal line. Did he make it? Yes. Just fell over the end zone at the last minute. That's a 6-yard touchdown.
Call it 3, I think.
Oh, okay. It was only 3 yards away. Okay. 3-yard touchdown for Elliott Acree. And Mount Carmel now leads 22-8 with 9:25 to go in the third period.
You might be right, partner. I may have talked you right out of that one.
I thought it was the 6, though. But
we'll call it the 6.
Okay.
Because I think I messed that up.
Acree 6.
Officials, timeout.
We got a shaken up Aces player for a cramp here, I believe.
Okay. Well, let's hope. It's a warm one, that's for sure.
Got rain coming, guys. Get the cramps out. Get out of the way. But we have that 2-score lead here.
Yeah, that was a big key. So the second half started out about as little bit of crazy as the first half did. With a double unsportsmanlike penalty on the same play and an ejection, and Mount Carmel takes it in from there. And now they have the 14-point lead going for 2. 9:25 to go, third quarter. Big score. And the player checked out to the sidelines. Who is that? Is that Is that it's Acree?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it in the end zone.
I think he's got
a cramp. He's still working out.
Still working over there. So he's not going to be in on this play. Ace is going for 2. Andrews checks out wide to the left side. It's Militoni and Kling in the backfield. To the right side, Metter. They're both at wing-back spots, and Nick gives the pitch to Fulop. He tries to dive in and make it, and he's about a yard shy. So Newton stops the 2-point play, and that's a huge defensive play for them if they get back into this game. Let's take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's Mount Carmel 22 and Newton 8. 9:25 to go. Quarter number 3. Back in 1 minute.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day of surgery went like planned, smooth pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Mount Carmel leads 22-8 now. A big score there on a 14-point margin here early in the third period. And there's a kick that flies in the air across the field, picked up at around the 25-yard line on the fly, 30, 35, and not quite to the 40 goes a return man. And Newton takes over from there. Well, now the Eagles have a little work to do. They're down by 14 now. They've got to, let's see if they go to the air a little bit. They're traditionally a running team, but not 100%. And more of a
about a two-thirds.
Yeah, pretty much. But we've seen them go to the air tonight, and boy, they sure have abilities there. Next week, the Aces are in Paris, back on the road. We come back in 2 weeks. It'll be Hall of Fame weekend in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that'll be fun. A great night recognizing 5 more inductees to the Hall of Fame.
All right, the Eagles sent trips to the right side. Yeah, they got to back them up in the right way or they were going to be offsides. There's a bubble screen out to the right side, and the receiver makes progress to about the 43 on the catch over there for the Eagles is Fulton. And he got about 4 yards after the catch to around the 43.
Fulton's second catch of the night. Third completion out of 9 attempts for Mulvey. And now another official's timeout for another Golden Aces cramp.
Yep. And so a break here. Second down, first time we've seen them work that play tonight. Not the first time we've seen the trips to the right side. We saw the trips bunched to the right side earlier in the game. They didn't do anything with it, but there we worked it outside there. And, you know, these receivers, I mean, Fulton, he's listed as a freshman. That was that Fulton or was it Phillips on that catch? That was Phillips, right?
Well, I had Fulton down initially, but
okay.
I'll go with what you had.
Well, maybe it was. Let's do that because the nice thing about Fulton, he's just a junior. He's 6 foot, 160, or at least a little taller than that. And he knew what to do with the ball after he got there. I mean, he tried to make as much progress as he could on the right side and got about 3 or 4 yards. With the Aces are right on him, trying to bring him down. So give him strength of legs on that one to push the football forward. So now the Eagles have it second and short. They send 2 receivers out to the left side, 1 wide out to the right, 1 setback behind the quarterback, who's in the shotgun this time. And he's going to hand off. Ball carrier sliding to the left side, running room. Oh, what a hit! Shy of the first down. An excellent hit. Stops the progress of David Ferguson, just shy of the first down.
And now we're going to get a taunting penalty that's going to give them the first down.
So that's on Mount Carmel, huh?
Militoni, I think, delivered the hit, hopped up, was excited about it. Should be. But maybe too excited, given the fact that things have gotten a little chippy.
Yeah.
The officials throw the flag.
Yeah, so they're trying to rein this thing back in. So, and we're seeing a little bit, and that's another thing. A young team sometimes does that.
That'll make Newton clap. Mm-hmm. So, excessive celebration costs us 15 yards and a first down for the Eagles.
Look where they put the football all the way down to the Mount Carmel 39-yard line. That's where Newton gets a new set of downs.
It's a big, big penalty in a 2-score game.
8:32 to go, third period. Aces lead 22-8. Listed at halftime, Megan Haggerty, chosen as the homecoming queen. She'll reign supreme over the rest of the weekend now. Let's see what the Eagles do here. Mulvey sends 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's operating out of the shotgun. 1 setback, wants to throw, and does. Fires left side pass, caught. Nice tackle! Brought him right down as soon as the catch is made over there. The catch made over there by number 24. That's Fulton, Quincy Fulton.
Paul Ray Garrett hit the big hit,
Nice
the freshman.
hit. Yep.
Knocking him down on the play, but still an 8-yard completion for the Eagles. As Quincy Fulton, it's another Fulton in the game, makes the catch.
Well, you know, you make a hit like that as a freshman, that man, your confidence level just shoots right up.
Yep, for sure. Big hit, good play. Got to stop the Eagles now.
Now 2nd and 2. 2 receivers stacked up on each other left side. Meanwhile, the quarterback's going to throw back to the right. Throwing for the pass is tipped around, incomplete. One-on-one coverage in the end zone. Zambalin couldn't come up with it. And nice coverage over there by the Aces. And that was Metter on defense.
Metter kind of had the inside position on that play and almost in position for a pick as the offensive player, the intended receiver, kind of became the defender on that one. Incomplete. Stops a string of 2 completions straight by Mulvey. Now 3rd and 2 as the Eagles need to move the chains.
Yeah, they just bring 3 receivers right into the game. They don't mess around here. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to just, meanwhile, split the receivers. Mulvey's going to hand it off, and big hole right side. Enough for the first down. That is Fulton on the carry. That time it was Quincy Fulton, and a first down.
Fulton gets the run just outside the red zone. First down pickup. Weather delays happening everywhere. The Hamilton County-Edwards County game is now in delay. 19-0 Foxes at halftime in that game. Cesar of 3 leading Carmel 8-0. And a college score, Nebraska leads Illinois at halftime 17-10.
And now the Eagles send 2 receivers out to the left side. And 2 setbacks. Quarterback play action, wants to throw, dumps it out way over the head of the receiver at the 15-yard line, incomplete. Who was he looking for out on the flats on the right side? It looked like the pass was intended for Fulton, incomplete.
Here's a sportsmanship play, if you will. 68 of the Eagles, 65, 60, what's that number? I think to call his number, 68 maybe?
Okay.
Jake, if it is
Jason
68,
Stein.
Jason Stein, the senior, saw the Aces cramping and when else was coming, quick enough to suit him. So now the Aces trainers are out working, as are the Eagles on this side.
Throwing officials timeout, 6:44 to go here in the 3rd period on a warm night on this homecoming night in Mount Carmel. And the Aces there, we get, nope, that's not Jackson Kling. Let's see, who was that? Was Sam Strockbine, another 2-way starter for the Aces. They got him up, and he's making it out a little bit, mostly under his own power, but he's going to have to work it out again when he gets to the sidelines. Good enough to get out for now, but they'll continue to work that cramp out.
The Aces 2-way players and all these guys who are cramping are going to be excited. I think next week the temperature looks to be breaking and it looks like we'll be more in the 70s and 80s for highs next week.
And maybe the rest of the season if we're lucky.
Yeah.
It's been this latest little blast has been a goodie temperature-wise, and hopefully it's coming to an end. So now it is 1st and 10. And here is a handoff. There's Fulton, counterback left side, breaks a tackle, still going inside the 10, finally brought down inside the 9. It'll be a first down.
Wow, Fulton, Casey Fulton is becoming the Quincy Fulton, beg your pardon, becoming the workhorse from the 22 inside the 10 to the 9. Another first down run, Militoni on the stop.
Well, this should be a big drive and a big score here for the Eagles. They try to get back into this thing. They're only down by 14. 6:29 to go here in the 3rd period. 1st and goal for Newton. 0-3 these Eagles are. Who would have thunk it? Now Mulvey will set the club down. Mount Carmel doing a lot of stunning on the line on defense. In the shotgun, the quarterback will look like he wants to throw. Will fire for the end zone. Pass is incomplete.
3 straight incompletions by Mulvey now. In 13 attempts, he's completed 4. But 3 straight incompletes, 2nd and goal right at the 9. Another score update, Scott, in the 4th quarter. Gibson Southern has jumped ahead of Southridge, 31-22. That's a road game for the Titans. Johnston City in the 3rd, leading Fairfield 28-20. And Cesar-Valier now all over Carmi, 26-0 in the 4th quarter.
All right, here we go. Let's see what the Eagles come up with here. On 2nd and goal. Quarterback in the shotgun. Aces hustle up to the line. Quarterback rolls right, looks for the end zone again. Pass is incomplete. Same kind of flag route.
Pass is incomplete.
In the front half of the end zone, and incomplete again.
You know, the Eagles have gone to the air a whole lot more here in the second half, at least on this drive in the 3rd quarter. And not really seeing much in the way of benefit. A couple of completions in a row earlier, but now Mulvey with 4 straight incompletions. Secondary has done a pretty good job stepping up here.
Yeah, that was Militoni on defense, man-to-man defense there. The front part of the end zone over by the sidelines. Now let's see what the Eagles do here. It's 3rd down. And there's an H-back move, this time slant around. Quarterback throws left side, and it's incomplete.
That was a collision. A slant route coming back across as the defender and receiver met. right at the point of contact for the catch. 4th down now for the Eagles, and they're going to spend a timeout to talk about it.
All right, so then we'll take one as well. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan. Newton trying to get back in this game. Mount Carmel leads 22-8. Back in 1 minute.
Your new vehicle is at Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel. Get a new 2024 Dodge Hornet for only $25,999. And the 2024 Ram HD, now up to $11,000 off MSRP at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. New 2024 Ford Super Duty with 3.9% APR and Ford Broncos now up to $6,000 off MSRP. See them all at stevefaulknerautomotive.com.
All right, it's 4th down for the Newton Eagles. They have the football at the Mount Carmel 9-yard line. We have 5:59 to go in quarter number 3. Eagles need this score badly. They trail 22-8.
Big stop opportunity for the Aces defense.
Mulvey in the shotgun. Slides the H back to the right side. Looks to throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Dumps it. Soft dump to nobody. Over the middle. Maybe somebody deflected that ball, and it's incomplete, and Mount Carmel takes over, albeit at the 9-yard line, but they stop the Eagles.
We were converging on the quarterback. He knew he was going to go down, so just tried to throw it, hoping somebody would fly in and find it. It drops incomplete. The drive stalls out. 4, 5, 6 straight incomplete passes by Mulvey here in this drive, and Mount Carmel takes over at the 9-yard line with a 2-score lead.
Well, and for a team that has to start back pinned close to their own end zone, we're the perfect team for that. We're a running ball club. And we'll need to run it a little bit here. We're to get out of harm's way. We're back at our own 9-yard line, protecting a 14-point lead. No time for a mistake here. And it'll be Shane Metter under center. Man in motion is full up. Instead, the call goes to the running back sliding to the right side. Is that Acree? Yes, it is. Acree back in the game. Remember, he had a cramp earlier. And nice little run to the right side, about 6 yards, 2nd down.
Yeah, nice pickup by Acree. He's now up over 130 yards rushing on his 17th carry, 136th. The yardage he had coming into this game, which was 344.
And what's he got tonight?
136.
So he's approaching the 500-yard mark.
20 yards away.
Not bad, huh? Halfway to 1,000, and here it is, week 4. Now 2nd and short for Mount Carmel. Metter under center. And that keeps it himself. Rolls over the left side. Wide open running room. 25, 30, 35. Pushed out of bounds and around the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 20 yards. And a first, well, I'll call it 18 at the 34. And a first down for the Aces.
Yeah, what a run by Metter. He's had a couple of big runs tonight. In fact, his last 2 runs have gone for 26 and 9.
Another, guess what first down it is? It's the 10 Pins first down.
There you go.
From the 10 Pins Bowling Center in Mount Carmel.
Moving the ball, working the clock. Got out of bounds that time, so it stops at 4:59 to go here in the 3rd.
We started this drive at the 9. We did get out of harm's way. Now we operate from the 35, and there's a handoff. Matter hands it off. Ball carrier slides to a short gain to the 40, maybe the 41, and they call it. Acree on the carry again. The workhorse, 2nd down. And a player down. Newton this time. No, he gets up. He's okay.
Getting a little fatigued, getting a little hot. It's there. Acree again, right about 5 yards.
It has stayed humid this whole night, I will say that.
It's warm in this booth, I'll tell you that.
Still 83 this late. Originally, the forecast said it would be down to 82 at game time. That wasn't the case. Now it's 2nd and 5 for the Aces, and man in motion is full up. Handoff instead, and there's Elliot Acree powering over the right side across the 45, and enough to move the chains to the 46. Another first down. 10 Pins Bowling Center first down.
Closing in on that 500-yard mark is Acre. Going to get that, it appears, here in week number 4 of the season.
Aces trying to even the mark at 2-2 and stay undefeated in the LIC. That would be 2-0, and we go to Paris next week. Our next home game in 2 weeks is the Hall of Fame game. And that'll be Marshall, by the way, in town in 2 weeks. Full up in motion again. Again, Acre gets the call, though, from setback. Breaks it outside. Near the marker. May have enough of the... Nope, they're going to mark him shy. About a 9-yard gain into Newton territory at the 45. 2nd and 1.
So good carry again. Just, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And they're not. Acre is the workhorse, continuing to move the football. Clock continues to roll. Aces into Newton territory with a 2-score lead.
Larry Davis, longtime Aces coach back in the day, he would almost tell you what he's going to run because you had to stop him.
Yeah, right. Here it comes.
So
this is what we're doing.
Yep. So we're kind of doing that with Acre right here. Man in motion. And this time Metter keeps it himself, turns it up, gets the first down with a couple yards to the Newton 43-yard line.
Metter's 5th carry of the night.
That's a Mount Carmel Golden
A pickup of 3. He's up to 54 yards is Metter on those 5 carries. Mount Carmel closing in on 250 yards of total offense. All of those yards have been on the ground.
Elliott Acre has 2 touchdowns tonight. Jackson Kling has another. Mount Carmel led 8-0, 8-8 then. And they scored again to lead 16-8 at halftime, and now the lead is 22-8. So the Aces have never trailed in this game. And there's Metter again around right end. He's hit hard as he crossed the line of scrimmage. He's still got a few yards inside the 40 to the 39. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
Again, just continuing to move the football, eat that clock. Almost down to the 2-minute mark. In fact, this play will take us under 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter.
The Aces had a 10-play drive for 51 yards. Had a 5-play drive for 59 yards before their last score. And we're down to 2 minutes to go in the 3rd period. Play clock down to 9 already as the Aces come to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 7. Full up in motion, and the head up countering back to the left side. Big hole run, big hole this time on the counter back to the left side. He breaks a tackle, he might get into the 10, 5 times in. Did he make it? Yes! Touchdown, Mount Carmel!
Andrew Militoni.
Militoni on the counter back to the left side. How many yards was that? 39 yards away.
His first run of the night goes for 6, and an Aces 3-score lead.
39 yards. And the Aces grow the lead to 28-8 with 1:40 to go in the 3rd period.
You know, you gotta give credit where credit's due. How about the play calling on that drive? Up the middle, back to the right, up the middle, maybe to the right, and then all of a sudden counter to the left with Militoni, who's not carried the ball all night, and he's into the end zone 39 yards later.
Made a nice little move, up 5 yards to go to free himself up of the last would-be tackler and went from there. Now the Aces go for 2.
Metter.
And Metter on the keeper made it. So the Aces now lead 30-8. Metter scores on the 2-point conversion. And let's take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. 1:40 to go in the 3rd frame. Mount Carmel leads Newton 30-8. And we are back in 1 minute.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
Another favorite point of having my solar panels and battery backup, the Powerwall, it does give me a feeling of security for my family. I have 2 boys. I have a wife. She's a nurse. She has to be able to get up and go to work at any point. I wear a CPAP machine, so I need that to make sure that I don't stop breathing for too long while I'm asleep.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
Mount Carmel has scored for the second time in the third period, and now they have their biggest lead at 30-8. And there's the kick. Linson drives it back across the field inside the 15 to the 14. Return man to the 20. Falls down and rolls down to the 32 rather. So that's where Newton will take over.
Hey, we called Keegan Linson on the kickoff there. Want to thank JC and the crew from the Snake Pit Tailgate crew across the way. They brought us some chili dogs before the game tonight. Thanks to that, and happy birthday. We said we'd get it in there for Melanie Linson. I'm 2 years old today, so happy birthday.
There you go. And thank you very much, you guys, for supplying us a little food here. We got here at 4 o'clock today. Of course, you always do. I just decided to get here early today.
Always a long day on game days at home.
Now here's Newton on first down. And they hit. Instead, they do a wildcat. They hike it directly to Fulton. He's driven down for a loss. Even after that, the Aces read it perfectly. He's dropped back at the 30. And they call it Webb on the stop. What a read by Webb.
Yeah, he just jumped across that line. I thought the Aces got a really good jump up front on that line. Probably a little delay with the snap to slow that down. So back to the 30 and a loss of 2. And Webb right there to bring down Quincy Fulton.
So the line of scrimmage back to the 20 now. Down to 1 minute to go in the third period. Aces have outscored the Eagles 14-0.
The offense just went, by the way, 90 yards for the Aces, all on the ground.
And trips to bubble screen again to the right side. Fulton on the catch, works his right back to the middle. Doesn't get much out of all that. To the 23-yard line. Second time they've run that tonight. Just 3 yards on the reception. Yeah, maybe call it 4. And it's third down and about 8. No, is that only 2 yards they gained on that?
Well, they were 2 yards behind.
Oh,
the
that's
line
at the loss.
So it's third down and 8 after the 4-yard completion. That ends a streak of 6 straight incompletions from Mulvey. His 17th pass, 46 yards is all they've been able to muster on 5 completions of those 17 targets.
Clock running. This will be the last play of the third period, down to 10 seconds. Again, trips to the right side. And a receiver to the left. One setback man at the shotgun, the quarterback, and now he's scrambling. Mulvey dumps it out short. Pass caught in the flats. Lots of running room for the receiver. He's across the 50, down to the Mount Carmel 47-yard line. That's a catch good for a first down on the final play of the third period. The catch made by Dexter Fulton. Andrews on the stop, and we've reached 3 quarters. Here's a look at your Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. Mount Carmel leads Newton 30-8, back with the fourth frame in 1 minute.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head? Or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smokin' Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
It's time to get your flu shot. The Wabash County Health Department is hosting a drive-through flu shot clinic Wednesday, October 2nd from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Mount Carmel Public Utility Fleet Garage located at 410 Mulberry Street. Roll up your sleeves or wear short sleeves, bring your insurance cards, and get vaccinated against the flu without having to get out of your vehicle. If you can't make it that day, appointments can be made at the Health Department by calling 618-263-3873.
Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. 3 quarters in the books. Mount Carmel leads Newton now 30-8 after outscoring the Eagles 14-0 in the third frame. It's 1st and 10 for Newton from the Mount Carmel 47. Newton goes from right to left in the fourth quarter. They have receivers split both ways. H-back slides left, and here is a high snap, handoff, and that is to the tight end Shackman on the counter, and he continues to push forward inside the 45 down to the 44. Nice second effort.
Thought that was going to be another direct snap, but it did go to the quarterback. Mason and Acree on the stop ultimately, but a 6-yard pickup. Who was that?
That was Shackman on the counter.
His second carry of the game, I think.
Yep. Second down and 5 now. Line of scrimmage to the 43-yard line. Mount Carmel, with a win, would get to the 500 mark for the first time this year at 2-2, but stay undefeated in the LIC. Let's see what the Eagles do on 2nd and 5. Receivers are both ways. Man in motion. He gets the handoff countering back to the left side. And this carry is number 24, Quincy Fulton. And he did not make it. He's to the 40. It'll be third down and a good long one, maybe 2.
Pickup of 4 there. Fulton, by my count, 67 yards on 7 carries. Third and short for the Eagles. Go clock, go.
Yeah, it was a relatively fast game in the first half. It's taken a little more time here with all the incompleted passes and the clock stopping. And we're trying to beat the weather, I guess, right?
Still are, yep.
3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Quarterback in the shotgun. H-back slides right, and a high snap again. This time he throws over the middle. Pass caught. Nice job by Fulton. Tries to get away from a tackler. He's not brought down until he gets to the 25-yard line. And that's a pass play of 15 yards.
I'm telling you, he timed that release on the line to Dexter Fulton. I was watching him on that snap and just about thought he left early, but he left right on time and knew he was the guy that's going to get the call there, and it worked out well for an Eagle first down.
Newton desperately needs a score here to try to get back into this ball game. 4th quarter. Receivers split both ways. Quarterback has an eye backfield, kind of set behind him and to his right. He hands it off to the tailback, slides outside of the left side, still running room. He gets all the way down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. On the run that time was Nathan Bierman, the freshman. Nope, they call it Phillips instead, I'm sorry. And it's a first down.
Yeah, about 14 yards or so there. Jack Webb ultimately makes the stop. But a 14-yard pickup for Phillips on his 14th carry of the night. He's up to 90 yards. And they're set up outside the 10 at the 12.
All right, let's see what the Eagles do here. They use that H-back move on the last play. This time they just hand it straight off, and the ball carrier pushes forward inside the 10, down to around the 9-yard line.
David Ferguson on the carry, just his second of the game, but picks up about 5, call it 4 maybe.
And they mark him all the way to the 7.
Stolecki Militoni makes the stop. Downing also in there.
So about 2nd and 5. You can get to around the 7-yard line or so, or I should say the 3-yard line for the first down. Right now, where are they going? Oh, they're at the, no, they can get to the 3. He's at the 8 right now. And there's the H-back slide, and the quarterback gets the nice rip down tackle. Great job by Downing, I think. The ball carrier, Ferguson, went nowhere.
That was Braden Mason again.
Mo Mason, okay. Boy, we mentioned his name a little bit tonight. And now it's 3rd down and back beyond the 10-yard markers. 3rd and 11.
Yeah, just a great big stop right there. 3rd and 11.
Line of scrimmage is the 13-yard line. Well, it's 2 more downs from here, that's for sure. Man in motion. There's the hand. There's the slant pass is caught inside the 5. Darts back to the end zone. Did he make it?
No.
No.
But it is a first down.
Pass caught by Ferguson, and it'll be 1st and goal at the 2, maybe the 1. So a gain of about.
Wait a minute.
Timeout. Okay. Who called Mount Carmel?
I did not see who called the timeout. We'll have to figure that out.
All right, timeout's brought to you by Country Financial representative Tia Morgan. Now it's Newton's turn to knock at the door. Can they finish it? Mount Carmel leads 30-8. Back in 1 minute.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you were owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFQ stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
If you have lost your purse or an iPad, they are at the top of the stadium.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you are owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFQ stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
Lightning, an hour and 30-minute delay.
Yeah, lightning to the north. I don't know that. Here's the dilemma. Here is the last time I looked at the radar, they weren't expecting rain here until around 10 o'clock. But if we're seeing lightning, how long will we continue to see lightning for? Which every time you see lightning resets that 30-minute clock.
Oh, yeah, we'll call up your lightning detector on the map,
it
too.
might be a while before this one gets out of here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, we're in Hollywood land now. We're just going to entertain you now. Unfortunately, it's all going to be singing and dancing, so if I were you, I'd turn the radio. But no, just kidding. We'll come up with something here.
This is the time, by the way, Aces fans, to shoot the stories you want to hear. Happy birthday to Rosalind Rye. A birthday today, home watching the live stream, listening to us. There is a final score tonight. Cesar-Valere beats Carmel 32-0. Johnston City leading Fairfield 36-20 in the fourth quarter. But now we have caught the weather bug here at Riverview Stadium.
So I looked at the watch, and it was 8:09 when they made the announcement.
All
so
right.
we'll count the 30 minutes from there, I guess. So I guess we'll assume that the game will resume at 8:40 or so. Mount Carmel is your leader. The score is 30-8. There is 8:09 to go in the game.
You know, it's interesting because Legends Fieldhouse is here now. Folks will no doubt be Legends Fieldhouse is here now. No doubt they will be looking to
use that,
seek shelter for the players and the officials. And then this, I just heard an announcement that the gymnasium is open at the top of the stadium for fans to utilize as well.
That's where I'd want to be in severe weather, a gymnasium.
Yeah, right.
But that's the best we're coming up with.
We're not talking tornadoes, though.
Yeah.
If we were talking tornadoes, and we're not even talking about severe weather.
Yeah,
we're just talking about rain with a little lightning. Yeah. Right now, as I look at the radar, it's right on the Wabash-Lawrence County line. I'm not sure this is going to get it here. If that is exactly what, if the rain is ever going to make it here tonight.
Yeah.
Well,
earlier when we saw the weather at 4 o'clock-ish, we looked at a cell up by Hillsboro, and we saw it was direction southeast. The stuff that provoked the severe thunderstorm warning in Jasper County was never going to get here. It was going to stay to the north. But that's what we started. All of a sudden, that was the warning, a radar-indicated warning in Jasper County. And that started leading to some delays and everything. That cell was north of Effingham that really produced that little result. And that looked to be the strongest cell of the day. Now, I really haven't looked at the radar too much since then. People started the murmur started to grow about it here. I still think we'd make it tonight, but guess what? We're in rain delay. And like I said, 8:09, the official announcement was made. 30 minutes is that. So, oh, well, if it stops in 5 minutes, we're just talking for the rest of the other 25, I guess.
Getting our camera folks on the video stream, sorry to leave you hanging off the roof for the lightning delay here, too.
What? Are you worried about that?
No, I'm not. But they got to keep the umbrella out of the view of the camera shot. That would be helpful.
That's what you got insurance for, right? Oh, no. Yeah. You're in charge of that.
Yeah. So we need to leave camera one in somewhat covered up there. If you're hearing me. And then everybody that's not associated with camera one on the umbrella gets to get off the roof at this point. So
we'll see in half an hour. Is that the deal? Okay. They're
here too. So 8:09 is where it started, where the delay started, and the problem is I'm not sure when you're not going to see lightning again. That's what's going to be the issue here tonight.
Well, they're not going to see it if everybody doesn't tell them about it. So
well, I think they saw it maybe on their own.
Yeah,
I think they had done a good job of seeing flashes, knowing it was further away, but when it crossed into the county line, that's when they said, "Okay, we're gonna call it right here."
And let's give the credit to the officials, to the IHSA for coming up with standards for that. I remember one night, and I don't know if this predates you, Kyle, or not. Go ahead and talk about the weather since you got it pulled up here.
Well, we're seeing flashes of lightning in the sky, and the projection here of this line is going to go into Knox County, Indiana. So we're not expected to see rain until a cell gets closer to the west from us, and that's around 11 o'clock tonight. But is there enough window, and when will the lightning stop? It looks like that cell is not very further along unless it stops lightning at about 10 o'clock. It's 9:14 right now. And then that next cell crosses the bump pod around 11. 9:14 is, unless am I on the? Is it 8:15? What is the time?
It must have been 8:09 when it was. I mean
9:09. Okay,
I thought it said 8:09. 9:09 is when it started.
All right,
Sorry,
I'm like, well, maybe my phone is dialed up a cell phone tower across the way, but nonetheless. That's what we're looking at right now. So a score. We'll go through scores here. We'll tell some stories along the way. Benton and DuQuoin. DuQuoin wins over Benton tonight, 21-10. That's the final score there. So we start to give that to you. But let's.
Here, I've got a story, Bert.
Let's do it.
What I was going to get to the fact is how much better we are at paying attention to the weather and making sure for safety's sake we get everybody, and even the fans in the stands. Look at our stands. It was really full tonight. I would say 80% full. A little bit of a patchwork in the middle, but it was literally packed in the top and the bottom of the stand. So very nice. It's about empty now. Of course, everybody, and I have a hunch, it's homecoming night. It's 30-8. There's 8:09 left in the game. We're probably not going to see a lot of these fans come back.
So what you're telling me is we're going to have a bigger audience on the radio
for
side for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So there you go.
But interesting that they do a much better job in watching the weather, protection for the kids, and everything else. Well, one night we were in Harrisburg, and Aces fans long in the tooth. Well, I wish I could remember the year. Maybe somebody will text the year. Remember the night that we were in Harrisburg and we had lightning bolt. I still swear to this day, I'm on the air, and lightning hit the complex. Now, as you may remember, at Harrisburg, beyond the football field, do you remember that back there?
Yeah.
And you could actually park inside those fences over on that far side. A lightning bolt, I swear, hit inside that. And couldn't have that now. I guess if that would been the first lightning bolt, we probably could have had it in the modern era. But back then, it was, remember the time we were in Vandalia or Carlinville, and there was a tornado warning, and we're still playing the game.
Yeah.
And maybe that was Vandalia in the 80s and 90s. There was actually a tornado warning, and we're just playing the game.
That's not here.
Yeah, it wasn't awful weather at the time, but there was a tornado warning. Yeah, and we're still playing.
And nowadays, I remember when Tyra Buss was playing basketball.
Oh, I remember that at Casey.
Oh, yeah. Tornado warning issued, and everybody, the fans, the teams, the broadcasters, everybody had to be evacuated from the gym. And a tornado actually did hit close by that took out the internet and electricity somewhere.
Yeah.
We were able to finish that game and definitely
and that lasted a while too, as I recall.
Fixed a lot of things on that.
If you have something.
So anyway, we'll continue to kind of wait out this delay. And
yeah.
So they do not want people. So they're making the announcement right now. They do not want people to be on the bleachers. At this point. So
because they've got the metal bleachers over on this side, to the press box side. And of course, we're nowhere near metal here. We are where we are in the press box.
We're in a metal press box, but at least we're indoors, so they won't let you go outside. Here, they're trying to get everybody to leave the stadium at this point, I guess.
Oh, great. Okay.
To go to shelter. So that's the plan. Hey, let's talk about another fun moment. You brought up Harrisburg. My first memory of Aces football as a youngster was in, I think, the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around in there. We went to a Harrisburg football game in the playoffs, and it was cold.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Cold.
Yeah. Was that the game? Was that the night we got beat?
Yes.
Mercifully?
Yes.
Yeah, was that 2000?
No, it was before that.
Okay, that was in the 90s.
Yeah, it was in the 90s. If I remember
that
right.
That was Ryan Smith's club, wasn't it?
Yes.
Was he quarterback?
Yes,
yep.
And Marcus Questel was playing for Harrisburg.
We had to do the game from the top of the stands.
Yes.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it was cold. I was not part of the broadcast crew then.
Yeah, but we were on the roof of the press box.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
that was wild. That day was really cold.
Speaking of press boxes, the worst conditions we've ever been in weather-wise, you and I,
a couple of years ago,
was at the top of the press box at Tolono
with the wind blowing, and
It was fun. Scott Hamilton is their AD up there. We were going back yet again the year after. We sat on the floor of the roof of the press box in a 50-mile-an-hour wind. I was calling to say, hey, is there any way that we can be
again down there?
Yep. Is there any way we can be anywhere else but sitting on the top of the press box? And he said, I'm sorry, you're going to be at the top of the press box. And I said, well, could we at least have some chairs this time? Because last year we sat on the floor. And he said, you sat on the floor? I said, yeah, we sat on the floor. He said, well, that shouldn't have happened. I'm like, well, no kidding. So at least they did get us some chairs the next time out. But, yeah, weather has been a factor many, many times through the years, and here we are again on a homecoming
night. We had
a
two-day game against Princeton that finished on a Saturday, right, that started here on a Friday night.
Yep.
So that's happened before.
I think that Harrisburg year might have been 1993, we're told.
Okay, how about that? Well, thanks, Aces fans, for helping us with our memory of that. But, yeah, that was Ryan Smith's club.
So here's a question. Someone has told me to ask you about picking up...
more lighting, big lighting, bolts and everything on the south side.
Picking up Dale Lovelace for Aces basketball.
Yeah, but that goes way back. So I took the job, and I told everybody about the story of I did a game against Charleston, Mount Carmel and Charleston, 1979. I was working in Charleston. I was the voice of the Trojans, and Dave Hurlbut interviewed me for the job. And that night, so I came down here. That was the year that they beat a very young Aces sophomore. Charleston was on top of the world, and they had 3 straight semifinal clubs in the 16-team, by the way, tournament back then. So it wasn't much of a tournament. But to Charleston, oh yeah, we even hear thunder this time. Charleston was loaded. But anyway, I knew that night I was going to take the job. And even though I was hollering and hooting and hollering for Charleston. So I get there a couple weeks later, I turn in my notice, and between football and basketball, I made the switch. So they tell me that I need to go to Allendale and pick up my sidekick for the basketball game, a guy named Dale Lovelace. Well, I hasn't met Dale Lovelace yet. Of course, God knows we came to know and love Dale for years.
If you're from Mount Carmel, you definitely know of Dale Lovelace.
There are a few people as great as Dale Lovelace. But anyway, and he says, okay, he lives in a house. It's got a big veranda around the big porch. You can't miss it. And I'm going, Allendale, they've got like 4 houses in this town. I mean, of course, I'm a Peoria boy, Charleston, so I've got your typical Northern Illinois feeling. How big can Allendale be? So I go there, and I go, and at the first house I see that big, oh, that's got to be it. It's Allendale. How big is this town? I go there, and it's not Dale's house. But it does have a little porch, a little wraparound veranda thing. And so I go to the front door, knock on the door, and say, hey, I'm here to pick up my partner. And so and of course, I can't say names, but let's just say the guy that I thought I was going to pick up was asleep on the couch. He had no idea that I was coming to pick him up to do a ball game because he wasn't the guy. And he rolls over on the couch and wipes his eyes and okay. And I have no.
Did he go with you?
No, because we kind of figured out that. Wait, you're not Dale Lovelace? No, but it was Dale. I think it was a Dale. So I don't know. So I went to the wrong house.
Okay.
I was about picked up this poor guy and dragged him off to a ball game. Meanwhile, Dale would have been going, there's no boom boom for me tonight. So I mean, that was his big catchphrase after all those years. But wouldn't be able to use it that night. So that was my So that was my first one of my first dealings with Wabash County. I had no idea who this guy was.
That sealed the deal for the next 46 years, right? That's what locked you into play.
Actually, the truth is, if Dave hadn't been paying me so well, I might have left right there. I don't know anybody in this town. I'd going to pick up the wrong guy. So no, but yeah, but I grew to love this. I grew to love this area. I really love, and to this day, the greatest thing about radio in general is just small town service. You know, I mean, I know you're going to get. You know, the goal of every DJ is to climb the market and get to the biggest market you can, and that's fine. I've known guys that went to the D.C. market that started in Mount Carmel and Effingham, and they would always tell me the stories, hey, there's nothing like a small town. Yeah, we get paid more, but the parking costs more, the restaurants cost more, you know, the babysitters cost more. You don't make any more money than you did net money. So I enjoy small town service, and so I just stayed because of that. And I couldn't have landed in a better town, a sports town, than this.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, this is the, as far as I'm concerned, Mount Carmel and Jasper are the big two towns in the area, in the tri-state, pound for pound.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the success our teams have had, and not just Mount Carmel.
No.
But I was fortunate enough to cover at the top of the world in Division I, going to the national tournaments every year, finally winning the thing in 2001, and softball with Paul Shinari, and volleyball. I didn't go there, but Kevin Madden got a chance to go to Miami with the volleyball Warriors one year. So
hey, another weather thing, and I'm going to go back to Wabash in a moment. But Josh Brown, our friend from Olney, tells us, don't forget that Princeton game in 2016.
That was the two-day affair, right?
Yeah, that you and I both could not be at.
Yeah.
So we
Josh
called Josh. He calls the game, comes in to do play-by-play, and what does he do? He calls Trevor Kennard's record-setting offensive day on the field. I mean,
really?
Nobody had more yardage than Trevor Kennard, and he got it that day, and the Olney kid has on the call of the record-setting
that
day.
was really nice. I mean, Trevor Kennard's the only 5,000-yard running back we've got.
Yep.
Who's the other 5,000-yard man?
Well, is that Blaine Sisson? No.
Well, I think all-purpose yards, but I'm talking about...
Oh, rushing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And/or passing.
And/or passing. Is that Reese? No. Who would it be? I'm stumped.
Reese.
Reese? Okay, I said Reese.
There you
okay,
go.
Good. I get the point.
But those are our two 5,000-yard men. So there you go. In terms of not all-purpose yards, and Blaine gets in there.
Yes,
yeah.
right. Well, Blaine, I thought, was going to be here at homecoming, and he was coming home, but he's not here. But I will tell you, at least he's not here in the booth.
Hopefully they're not looking. But that's to the south, right? Any categorization for something that's gone by?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think.
Because are we going southeast on this?
I've always thought the rule was if you see it, it's a delay. So that's just a motorcycle or a plane or something.
I'm sorry, I thought it was a siren.
Yeah,
okay.
but no, we don't have anything severe happening here. So that's the other side of this. But you talk about the Golden Aces Nation podcast that you and I started here this season, and we have Blaine Sisson on for a 15-minute interview this week.
So I haven't even heard it yet, so tell us about the interview.
So it was really cool, and thanks to Blaine, by the way, for doing that. And I'll give this shout-out. You can go find Blaine Sisson on the University of Illinois roster, okay? And welcome to the new world of college athletics. I think it's great, especially when you've got a local kid, but there is a link on Blaine Sisson's roster page from the University of Illinois where he's offering things, NIL money, name, image, and likeness.
Modern world.
And appearances are there, and there's a suggested amount for appearances. There's a suggested amount for endorsements. There's a suggested amount for shout-outs and recorded videos that get sent. So, kind of like I think that website was Cameo. If you want somebody famous from Mount Carmel to send a happy birthday shout-out to your loved one, hop on the University of Illinois website and look up Blaine Sisson and find a way to do that, and that would be a great thing. But on the interview, Blaine talked about where he's at the University of Illinois. He is now a redshirt throughout his freshman season here, so that's good for him in that he'll keep that year of eligibility as he's learning the Illinois system as a freshman. Talked a lot about his need and want to get better, improve, learn the playbook, learn the system, learn what they're going to want him to do. He's now suiting up as a wide receiver, which we knew he probably wasn't going to be a quarterback wherever he went to the next level, and kind of a multi-talented athlete that can play so many positions. So talked about that move. Talked a little bit about the decision to kind of decommit, if you will, from SIU and recommit to U of I, or to commit to U of I. And he said, ultimately, and there were pictures circulating on his family's pages of Blaine in an Illinois uniform as a youngster, as a little tyke. And Blaine talked about how, ultimately he thought, you can always go down in terms of level of play. Going up is harder to do. And if he had the opportunity to play up at the Big Ten level with U of I, which he had, why not take that?
Yeah.
And so he made that move to go to U of I, and up there they're having success here early in the season. They were down to Nebraska. We'll have to check that score in a bit. But Blaine not traveling with the team, not on the travel roster. There's 100-some rostered players. I think 70 to 80 some travel, and as a redshirt freshman, he's not on that travel roster right now. But also, the interesting part to me of that conversation was I brought up the fact of mental health of athletes. And because that was something that Blaine was very open about posting on social media in his time at Mount Carmel. And it was really interesting to hear him talk about how, as an athlete, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. You get a lot of pressure put on you by other people. And it's all about finding a group, buying into the team, finding a group of people to go find something happy outside of the game. And that's something that he has really focused on, and it was really cool to hear him talk about that. He mentioned the fact that when the Aces were 0-2, that one of the things he wanted to do was reach out to Shane Metter, who would kind of take over the reins as quarterback, and to really kind of get with Shane and to let him know that things were going to be okay and that things were going to be all right and to find a way to be happy. And that was pretty powerful to hear from a kid who has rewrote the Mount Carmel record book in a lot of ways to still focus on your own mental health and to find a place where you can be happy and to kind of check in on yourself as well as others.
Yeah, can you imagine this modern world of NIL, kids that are, as soon as they're recruited in college, I've read stories where the college coach will talk to a kid and maybe the kid will commit to a coach right on the spot, and the next thing the coach says is, let's talk money.
Right.
And some of the recruits say, and I read a story about one coach that gave up on a kid because as soon as he uttered that word, the kid said, "No, just talk to my agent or talk to my representative,
right.
Talk to my people."
Right.
And so no, he didn't. He elected to pass on him as the coach. But that happens, and it's okay.
Yeah.
And so, could you imagine really if you're 17 out of high school? And you're talking, and so these kids are talking millions of dollars. Some of these schools in the big time level they literally have kids that are making $1 million that are going to start playing football for them.
Yeah, well, and there are stories.
Can you imagine a kid?
Yeah.
The pressure, and especially if you've got to run your own business in terms of getting sponsorships and getting this and getting this. Well, like Blaine, he's already marketing himself like that on an individual basis, using his fame as a U of I athlete. There's got to be hundreds of kids like that around the country. Think of the pressure that's on there, and they're supposed to be playing football and enjoying life, but no, they're hitting the bricks early in life, aren't they?
Yeah, well, and think about it too. The IHSA, I think, is bound by the same legal decision that the NCAA was bound by, and that high school athletes have the same thing. If Mount Carmel High School wanted to go out and sell a number 3 Shane Metter jersey online somewhere, then Shane Metter is going to get a cut of that money today.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I
didn't know
think that's the case. And
Wow.
somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all school-sponsored athletics are kind of tied into that same ruling, which is interesting. It definitely changes the landscape of the stories of people who are in the sports world, who are understanding of, and the NIL rules are really complicated.
Yeah,
but,
and they're going to probably change.
Yeah, and I think they will
Soon.
evolve over
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But I've heard of people going overseas, finding people that are going to be, imagine 7 feet people, that 7-foot African kids that are, playing basketball overseas that nobody's heard of, getting them over to the States, being their agent, and taking advantage of the NIL opportunities that could present.
Interesting you mention that, because I have a nephew who's from Boise, Idaho, that, believe it or not, is considering a college where there actually is, I don't know if it's a major yet, but there's a course of study, a course of curriculum that actually you begin to build yourself, and he's going to work an internship with a business that represents, I guess, high school athletes being recruited by college, that they represent you, like we were just talking about, and they negotiate and they help you, and they do everything else for you. They promote you with videos and tweets on Twitter and whatever from the media, from the social media angle, and then handle yourself, and that's going to be a growing business that's going to take off. And whoever gets on the ground floor of that, and he's at the right time, he's just the right age at the right time, and he's actually, I think, going to go to the University of Tennessee for that.
There you go.
But they've got apparently a program like that. Not that I'm trying to push any kind of college curriculum, but that's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get bigger, I imagine.
And
because it's not like they're going to bring an end to this thing.
Right. And by the way, Josh Howard, who's helping us out on a variety of fronts tonight, says, I'm correct that Illinois high school athletes can now get paid
really
NIL money. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
NIL money? Oh, you're kidding. Wow.
Yeah. So hypothetically, okay, it may have happened already and I just don't know it, but if you're Shane Metter, right? Mom and dad are running Southgate Furniture down the way.
Mom
and dad, he could hold you out and make you pay him for endorsing, the store. But that's kind of complicated. If Faulkner Automotive wanted to have Shane in his Aces uniform endorsing Faulkner Automotive, they could pay him, and that would not violate rules.
And I know we're being creative and stretching it a little bit, but in the essence, are we really stretching it? Because the fact is, I may walk Michael's office next week for the Player of the Week interview, and they may want money. Yeah. Well, so we don't have a budget for that. Oh, well, then that series.
and thanks to Blaine Sisson for not asking for money to be on the podcast this week. We should have probably done that, I guess.
That maybe that's the future. Isn't that crazy? And I'm just floored at the colleges, the major colleges, and the money that you're talking about, that schools are piling up because they're going to have to then, as part of that lawsuit, they're probably going to have to pay back NIL money through, 2016?
Maybe.
If the court rules in their favor for past athletes since this kind of started. And so they're going to think of the money they're going to get. But think of all the poor kids, adults now, that have been listening to us over the years, and they go, boy, I grew up in the wrong Dunning in high school.
Right. Well,
certainly in this market, that probably worked.
Going back to a story we talked about earlier, I got a text from Judy Coleman that said, yes, it was Harrisburg in '93. It was cold that year, and Ben Coleman was on that roster.
Oh, Ben Coleman.
And one of the old-time Aces greats.
Oh, he was a heck of a runner.
And so
hey, look at this. The Newton Eagle coaches are coming out. Maybe that's a sign. What time is it, by the way?
I hope the sign is they're not picking up the stuff to go home. That's what I hope the sign is not.
Yeah, what is the time anyway?
It's 9:36.
Okay, well, we supposedly have 3 minutes left on this, but we're still seeing lightning all over the place.
Yeah.
Mostly to the south. If they're picking up their stuff. Maybe they're just getting it out of the rain. Yeah, you go verify that, they're grabbing their belongings, not the water jugs. Oh, okay. They're just doing it to prep because they think rain's coming. Okay, so that's all the coaches are doing down there below us. But it's still lighting in, not just on the south. I saw it up through the whole stadium. So we're probably doomed for more time.
Yeah, they didn't want to start. They didn't want to have to come pick up their stuff in the rain. So nothing on the scene there.
But since we've been here for a half an hour, let's do a quick recap. So we are in a weather delay. 8:09 left to go in the game. Mount Carmel leads Newton 30-8. We're 29. Now we see lights over there, police lights. No, they turned them off. Okay, maybe they're just playing. I don't know.
Right, there you go.
But so we've been in delay for about 28 minutes now, and it's probably going to go longer because we're nowhere. Yeah,
that was a bolt right over.
We're nowhere
there.
near stopping on the lightning. So, okay, we're here for a while.
Yeah, and, thanks to everybody on our crews that are hanging out, waiting this out with us, and thanks for continuing to tune in and listen to us babble here tonight. We go and look at stats to this point in the game. Mount Carmel, 283 yards of offense. Newton, 264, so it's been a pretty competitive game yardage-wise. Newton had a couple of key penalties in the red zone that took them out of scoring chances, and the Eagles have also fumbled the game's only, I guess Mount Carmel technically had an interception that ended the half, so a turnover each way in this ball game to this point. So pretty evenly played ball game right now here tonight. But, lots of stories, lots of fun throughout the years. Let's talk a little bit about that 71-70 football game between Mount Carmel and Greenville. That playoff game, is that the wildest game you've seen in your time at Mount Carmel? It certainly is mine.
Yeah, and we led 70-49.
70-49.
And remember, that was the year that we kept getting burned with short kicks and onside kicks and everything else. And they managed to score 22 points on us in, 5-6 minutes to rally and get the win. And then, as you remember the finish of that game? Do you still remember Daxton Peach breaking free on the last run and getting dragged down at about the 5-yard line?
Right.
Or he wins the game for us on the last play. Kind of reminded me of the Rams losing out in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Not too many years ago. It was that close.
Got tackled like inside the 5.
They almost pulled it out.
And a significant moment that I think we found out later that this was part of the story. There was a no call on a pass interference penalty, I believe, or it was a pass interference penalty that was called on us that maybe shouldn't have been. Darren P. across the field, on the field after a timeout was called, and was like in the center of the field yelling at the official that made or didn't make that call. Come to find out, that official, and that was a call that changed the outcome of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That official was a replacement official, was not supposed to be on that crew, but was called in to replace somebody who couldn't be here the night of, and that ultimately became a huge factor in the game.
Interesting about that game, because remember the game the week before the Greenville game, the crazy game at Carterville, where we also had a lead, and then we lost the lead and came back?
Yep.
You still remember the run by Luke Drone?
Yes.
Wasn't it Luke? No, it was
Reese.
It was Reese.
Yeah.
Remember that run from like the 30-yard line? He scored, and was it third or fourth down? We had to get the first down, and he goes all the way in and scores.
Yes.
Unbelievable run at that point of the game.
Conversion
and
to
the
win
conversion, and was it the throw to the back of the end zone that did that, or did he have to run that in?
Yes, I think you're right. Yep.
And so we win that game 51-50. The other thing about that game is I still remember, we kept getting, it wasn't a lot of good press over the fact that we got burned on an onside kick there too. But I went down to the field after that game, and I still remember looking off to the west because it's a Saturday afternoon in November. The sun sits low by 4:30 or 5 o'clock. We were still doing post game on the field, and I looked over to my left, saw the sun because that stadium was a little bit on a hill and or on a rise, and the sun was so low. I'm going, that's why we didn't really give up that onside kick. We couldn't see the ball.
Right.
We were blinded by the sun. They recovered the football, so everybody said, some fans would say, "Oh no, we blew it." No, we didn't. I to this day I go, no, nobody could have seen that darn ball off that tee on that time. So. Anybody who remembers that play that's on the Aces team, by golly,
the flip of the coin decision on the flip of a coin was a huge
situation,
a huge factor in the game.
And it was just the fact that the game had gone on so long, it was so thrilling, and it was so bright that day. It was a perfect fall day, and the sun was sitting so low, but it was just a burning sun. I remember that, and so as soon as I saw that, as I go down to grab a player for post-game interview, I go, oh no, I took a completely different attitude towards that that particular kick. So,
partner, this is looking worse and worse by the night.
Really?
This night is wearing on because the line is kind of coming together. What I'm going to need us to do, perhaps, is to take about a 3-minute break or so, and then we're going to go move some cameras in from up top because it's going to pour down rain here in a little bit.
Well, let's take a commercial break anyway. I'm not even sure we've got enough in, so let's take a 3-minute commercial break. Let's give our folks a chance to get that together. We'll give you another break here. We are in our second delay. We've never really ended the first one. It's just kind of continued on. It began at 8:09, and it's going to be for a while, and does not look like things are getting any better. The stands are empty here at Riverview Stadium, both on the main. Nobody's in the ballpark right now. We are here in the press box. The lights are still on here, and the scoreboard is still burning bright, but this is the situation we're in. It has not rained here yet. Lots of lightning. This lightning's not going away anytime soon. It looks like we're about ready to get some rain, so things might get a little bit worse before they get better. Who knows how long they'll wait. This is a conference game. It's Newton. They're a good hour plus away. You really don't want to have to bring them back tomorrow, so we may wait out on this a little bit. We don't know how many fans will come back into the stands. They've been asked to leave. Certainly the metal stands on this side, where we are atop the stands here for the press box. But even on the concrete side, they've asked everybody to leave. All the lights, as I mentioned, are on here, but we're just kind of waiting this thing out. You hear thunder, plenty of thunder now, in addition, as this thing gets closer. So let's do that. 8:09 to go in the game. It is still a go for the game as of right now. We're just in a holding pattern. It's Mount Carmel 30 and Newton 8, and we're going to take a 3-minute break and come back with more weather delay coverage here at your home for the Aces, 100.5 WSJD.
At Southgate Furniture, we're celebrating a new season and new location. We've just opened the doors at our new location. We have everything you need to make your home game day ready. From cozy recliners for watching the big game to stylish dining sets for post-game celebrations. We've got it all. As proud supporters of the Golden Aces, we know a strong team go hand in hand with a great community. So, whether you're gearing up for game day or looking to refresh your space, come visit us at 1 Southgate Drive. Southgate Furniture, where comfort meets community. Go Aces!
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
You earned my business. I did my research. I looked around. I got lots of estimates, and you guys did a great job from start to finish. No worries, no headache, no bad experiences at all. So I couldn't ask for a better experience and a better product.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee the biggest possible tax refund. Stop by or give us a call today.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing a show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people that genuinely appreciate it with me.
That's going to move stuff around.
Side of the press box side. So, another text. We've been asked to talk about teams in warm-ups that looked impressive but didn't turn out to be so on the field. Oh, that's an easy one. That's the easiest question of the night, fans. The team that looked the best warm-ups and then looked far opposite the worst in the game, you go back to the year 2005. St. Louis Gateway. Such an impressive team warming up, and then they laid an egg in the game. Mount Carmel handled Gateway easily. When that was a Week 4 game. Remember when we were struggling with Week 4 games? We played somebody different every year. We played Oakland City for a couple, Wood Memorial for a couple of years. We played this. We played, what did we play? Rantoul. Yeah, we had a deal working with the bye week of what was that league? The Mid-State League or something. We were going to start playing Bloomington Central Catholic. Maybe we did. And but we played Rantoul and a couple other teams in that deal. Anyway, but we struggled with Week 4s. And sure enough, we had a game against St. Louis Gateway. And they show very impressive uniforms, St. Louis City School, and they start warming up here, and I'm going, they are so impressive. I'm going, we've scheduled over our head. We were just fine to play anybody in Week 4. We had to fill that, we really searched. There was a 3 or 4 or 5 year stretch where it was hard to fill Week 4. And I'm going, oh my land, we've overscheduled this year. We're in deep trouble.
Yeah, when they got off the bus, it was like, okay.
Yeah, I said, we're in trouble. And they were so impressive with their drills. And then I don't think they ran 2 or 3 plays worth of darn. And again, once the game started, it was just unbelievable. So that's the biggest gap between team warming up and team playing the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, for sure.
I think it was 2005.
Right.
Yeah, pretty sure it was 2005.
There are some teams that
I've got some Indiana scores you're going to.
There are some teams that have gone final tonight. We can tell you that the Hamilton County, Edwards County game has been stopped, halted, and will be finished Monday night. So Monday night football at Hamilton County to finish that game. Johnston City does beat Fairfield tonight, 44-26. Cesar does beat Carmel tonight, nothing.
Now hang on, I've got a player. Scoreboards. What? I've got a couple messages from Josh Howard here. Let me go back.
A couple of players ejected in that game. Yep.
Oh, he's talking about the game. Well, that's right. He was on the team, so no wonder he remembers that. Yeah, it was just a disaster once the game started for Gateway. Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, so now what are we now? Gone.
8:09 was the time.
9:09. It's 8:09 on the game clock, and 9:09 was the.
No. So 41 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
We've been in the weather delay,
and it's going to be a while longer, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where we can finish 8:09 of gameplay with these two. I'm guessing like in 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. How interested does Newton want to? How interested is Newton in wanting to finish tonight? And the other problem that you have is officials, and that may be why Hamilton County is playing Monday night.
Yeah, we may not be able to find you for tomorrow because I'm sure a lot of officials are getting calls tonight from all over the place wanting to use them run out of luck. There you go. And Newton's got to go all the way back. That's an hour-plus drive by the time they get the buses back.
Yeah.
And they turn around and come back tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe just finish it tonight.
Yeah, so there's a lot still, I think, at play here to figure this out. We're trying to check on any other scores. Josh Brown, if you're still listening, give us some score updates. From around the LIC. I'm having some issues getting connected on my phone to the app that we use.
Let me throw you some Indiana scores in while he does that. And assuming I get that. How about Gibson Southern? They come back to beat Southridge 31-22 tonight. Evansville Mater Dei beats Jasper 35-14. Wild game between Castle and Vincennes tonight, with the Knights of Castle finally winning it 43-30. Another update, by the way, on Nebraska-Illinois, 24-17. Nebraska won that game. Fourth quarter, not done yet. Let's see what else we have tonight. Washington defeated Princeton 42-8. Boonville eked out a 21-20 win over a tough Linton Stockton ball club. 21-20 the final there. Memorial all over Harrison tonight, 45-8. The North Huskies beat Boise 34-8. And how about this final for you? The Wabash Apaches beat the Southwood Knights 40-38.
Got that one, huh?
Yeah, well,
there you go.
That's where our family, extended family's from in Wabash, Indiana. So I had to admit, the Apaches never win.
Yeah.
So there you go. They got to win.
So here are a couple of things that I've gotten in the last few minutes. So Josh Brown.
Big lightning.
Yeah, Josh Brown sends me a message. 13-6, Robinson in the second in that game. Paris and Lawrenceville at the half, still waiting out a weather delay there. So those are your LIC updates. Did I see that right? Casey and Robinson leading Casey 13-0. Did I read that right?
Is that right?
Did I really read that what I just said? 13-6 Robinson in the second quarter. That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
21-10 was Paris at halftime. And here are the other things that I was going to share with you. Kevin Madden from the radio station says that the officials we have tonight are from the Champaign area.
Oh, so they don't necessarily
want to go home.
Yeah, they're going to try to hold it.
And Mark Richardson, who does PA,
did you see that?
said that an assistant coach from Newton says they will not come back tomorrow. Now, I don't know what that means.
So if the game's called off tonight, they're just not going to show?
That's the game? And I guess that's
they would probably do it on Monday or something.
Well, but is that a theory? Do you, if you're down 22 points?
Well, there's 8:09 to go,
and they're
about ready to
thinking
they're going to score.
Yeah,
and so if they score suddenly it's a 30-14 game. They've already done one onside kick. They recovered it.
We just talked about a 71-70 onside
who's to
kick
say it
thriller,
can't happen?
right?
Yeah,
who knows? So there's that. Josh Brown says, "Yep, that was correct." Robinson leading Casey. The door just came open here in the press box, which is fun. And
the final score is 30-8.
Really?
The ball game is over.
And they're going to call it at this point, 30-8.
The ball game is over, and the final score is 30-8 Mount Carmel. How about that?
Yep. Well, there you go. I guess it's official then. Mount Carmel has won the game, 30-8. How about that? So the weather delay lasted for 50 minutes, I guess. We're going to call it a night. So the Aces improved to 2-2 on the year and 2-0 in the Little Illini Conference as Newton falls to 0-4 and 0-2. And that's it. 30-8 is the final.
We've got
we
several
probably will
things
not
we
get
gotta
Michael. We'll probably not get Michael Brewer on the night. I'm sure he's nowhere around here.
He might be. Let me go.
Okay.
Let me just take a break and figure out what we've got to do. I'll go see if I can find Michael.
Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back and we'll see if we get Michael on tonight. The Mount Carmel coaches are headed to the other side. Yeah, the Newton guys have picked up everything. They're gone, but they had done that anyway as a precaution. But now they're not going to be returning, and the officials are from Champaign, so they're not interested in hanging out too long. I don't blame them. And we may get our Mount Carmel post-game interview with the coach. Well, let's just see. Let's take a 2-minute break. It's a final now. Mount Carmel defeats on homecoming night the Newton Eagles. The final is 30-8. Back in 2 minutes.
Wabash General Hospital hosting the annual Health and Wellness Extravaganza September 27th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the hospital parking lot at 13th and College Drive in Mount Carmel. The event offers health and wellness opportunities from community businesses and the hospital itself. There will be free giveaways, door prizes, and pork burgers for the first Wabash County Farm Bureau. Learn more about creating and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. More information on the Wabash General Hospital Facebook page.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to a lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
At Steve Faulkner Automotive, lease the 2024 Jeep Compass for $299 a month and the 2024 Jeep Wrangler up to $6,000 off. Get yours today at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
It's a final. Mount Carmel defeats the Newton Eagles tonight in a game called with 8:09 left in delay, and they have just in the last 2 or 3 minutes announced that it is a done deal. We're all going home, and the game is official. It's Mount Carmel defeating the Newton Eagles tonight by a final of 30-8. Mount Carmel scored on the first touchdown early in the second period on a 3-yard run by Jackson Kling, made it 8-0. Then Newton countered on a run by Phillips, a 15-yard run, and the 2-point pass, which, by the way, worked for Mount Carmel. Actually, it was Metter on a run that made it 8-0, and then a pass for the Newton Eagles made it 8-8, with Fulton catching the pass from the quarterback. Then the Aces took the lead again, 14-8. One touchdown was called back on the same drive they finished with a score, a 6-yard run by Acree. And the Acree run, they made it 14-8 with 4:51 to go in the second period. Aces led at halftime. I should say 16-8 was the halftime score. Then the Aces put it away with 2 scores in the third period. A 6-yard pass, run rather by Acree with 9:25 to go in the third period. Run failed for the conversion. And then how about the run by Militoni? And Andrew Militoni counter back to the left side. 39 yards later, he reaches the house with 1:40 to go in the third. Metter's run made it 30-8. It turned into the final, as it turns out.
And here are the stats that will be official for this game.
You
got a score?
Robinson now leads Casey 19-6.
That would be
in Casey
a massive
holy mackerel
upset. Mm-hmm. But they played in a wet field.
Yeah,
what's going on up there? Yeah. Here's the way the Aces stats line up. 283 yards of total offense from Elliot Acree, 156 of those by my count on 20 carries and the 2 scores. Andrew Militoni's 39-yard touchdown, his only carry of the night. Jackson Kling had 6 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. Shane Metter had 6 carries for 57 yards for the Aces tonight. Metter through the air 0 for 4 with an interception. And that's it for Mount Carmel's offense. Meanwhile, Newton, they had 173 yards on the ground, 91 through the air, 264 yards of total offense for the Eagles. It was Cole Phillips unofficially, and I may be off on this. 15 carries, 85 yards, and a score. Colton Bartholomew had 4 carries for 12 yards. Hayden Mulvey 3 for 7. Meanwhile, David Ferguson 2 for 1. Quincy Fulton had 67 yards on 7 carries. Owen Shackman, 2 carries for 4, and Nathan Beeman fumble and gets 3 yards of three minus yards rushing for falling on that. Through the air, the Eagles' Mulvey completed, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 20 passes he threw for 91 yards. The leading receiver, Dexter Fulton, 5 catches for 63 yards. The only score was by Phillips, a rushing touchdown for 15 yards. The Aces defense forced 2 Newton fumbles, one of which the Aces did recover en route to the game-shortened win of 30-8.
Well, that's the first time I've done a game-shortened game.
Is that right? First time?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
How about the electrifying play of the game? It's the weather. It's the lightning. No, I don't know about that. That's probably the most electrifying thing happening right now. But electrifying game, I'm going with the touchdown that sealed the deal. Andrew Militoni's 39-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that was a
run.
nice little counterback.
It really kind of took the wind out of the sails of Newton. They were done at that point, literally. And the Aces won the game.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the Mount Carmel Public Utility Company electrifying play of the game.
And I think that's it for the billboards, right?
I think we got them all in.
All right. How about us for that tonight?
And I'm going to say Michael Brewer may not make it up here.
Well, I wouldn't blame him. And is it trying to rain right now?
It's trying to rain and blow, and we just need to get out of here.
Yeah, let's just do it so we can get to our cars while it's still kind of dry here, and we'll call it a day too. So how about that? Mount Carmel wins the homecoming game in short time, not overtime. The final over Newton, 30-8. Aces now 2-2 in the year. They won 2 in a row since those first 2 losses, and they're now 2-0 in the LIC. Next week, the Paris Tigers are the host. Mount Carmel hits the road up north on Route 1 to face the Tigers in Paris, 7 o'clock for the kickoff 6-hour pregame show here on WSJD. And we're back here in 2 weeks for the Marshall Lions. It's Hall of Fame game time. We'll have official recognition of our Hall of Fame induction class of 2024. Those guys, you'll want to be there for that.
Really quickly, thanks to our crew. Landon, who has run the stream tonight. He's the only guy I didn't call his name up last week. Thanks to Eli Grimes, to Landon, to Aiden, to Ethan, to Braden, to Derek, and here we go again. I'm going to be one short. Who else was up on the roof? Aiden and Derek. I think that may be it. I think I may have got him.
Okay.
And for our board out back at WSJD.
Alex McGinnis, and also for Chandler Madden, who began the night. And we thank you for being with us and staying with us here tonight. Well, the game is final. Mount Carmel defeats the Newton Eagles on homecoming night 30-8. Congratulations to Megan Haggerty. She's the homecoming queen. Will now reign atop the rest of the weekend festivities here at Mount Carmel. Enjoy your time in town. For those of you from out of town, thanks for coming by. Hope you this phenomenal facility that it's turned into here at Riverview Stadium. I'm sure you did. And have fun. Do all the students for the big dance tomorrow night and the other activities here for homecoming. Now, for Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you next week at Paris. Except for our Golden Aces Nation podcast, make sure to check it out on YouTube and Facebook and all points in between.